Dude, I am hype. I am the hype.
I'm pretty
Can
sure
I
everybody
sneak
we need
bow?
is here, aren't we?
Can I sneak bow?
We
Okay,
are hype
All right, good. You actually started it.
heroes.
It's giving me a headache listening to that in stereo.
Hype
Robert.
Yes.
grown heroes.
Isn't everybody for the D&D session here?
No.
I
who
will
are we
viciously
missing?
mock you.
Well,
just-
let's see. We've got you. We've got Adam. We've got Skylar. Technically
Hype
got Eli.
10 heroes.
Count.
Get in the boat.
Well, he just said Nynaeve isn't going to be able to join, so
Okay. So
who are we missing?
We're missing Murky.
Okay, I was going to say, I know Morgana's not in this yet. She's not...
No.
Okay, so we're missing Murky then.
yes.
We're missing your mother.
How long till he's on, or where is he, actually? I'm curious.
That's a good
The what?
question. Skylar?
Skylar.
Murky is currently lounging on my futon, awaiting the
Being a
summons.
bum.
Alright,
Oh.
consider this the summons.
Okay.
Get in a boat.
The god of peons is calling.
Tell him to go be
The
an
god
emo
of you
little weenie.
peons is calling.
I'm ready for him to be his emo weenies.
Yeah.
Let me go shake my roommate violently.
Okay. Sounds hot.
Kick him in the groin.
Take pictures. Diablos needs something to fap at.
God. Damn it, Adam.
Evil! What? I had coffee. I'm ready to go.
I don't know what I just came into, but please.
Alright, well, call me when you guys are actually going to start D&D. I'm going to
Oh
have my
my
headphones...
fucking god, we're starting
Close,
now.
but-
Sit
yes,
your
well-
ass down.
Okay,
my-
so you are
my-
finally starting. Okay.
My roommate
Then-
rolled baked potato out. So
Oh my god. I just got onto Roll20. I just saw the picture.
Oh, that's what you were laughing at. I thought you were laughing at a shitpost.
I'm just logging on to the
Oh.
internet.
he likes my memes I keep adding. It was pretty good.
But that one is a classic.
By the way, I'd like to throw it out there. Both the meme quotes so far have been from
Yeah, it's the reason we keep them around.
Do whatever we're doing.
Alright, I
We're
see.
doing your mom.
Coach. I see two people on.
I'm right in the middle of something. I'll finish it up here.
What could you be in the
Evil!
middle of a love that's more important than this?
It's not more
Uh,
important. It's just I was doing it while you guys were playing World of Warships.
Well, you know.
He could be getting laid, for all we know.
If he
So what
is,
you're telling me is you yelled at me to start the stream when we're not actually ready. God damn it!
That was actually me yelling at you. to do that, but,
Diablos!
you know.
Diablos!
Alright. So, okay.
Speaking of, we need to finish leveling.
I already leveled my guy.
Yeah, Jake. If Jacob's done, you guys should be. Come on.
For fuck's sake!
I was talking about in Diablos.
Oh, fair
Diablos.
enough.
Like, come on.
I was like, wait, it's like, for a second there, I'm like, wait, did we hit level 6 already? When did this happen? Can I sneak bow?
Yeah, I was gonna say, we still have a restraining order, don't we?
A restraining order?
Pecking order.
No, seriously, we have a restraining order on our neighbor because she
Oh,
freaking
restraining.
threw rocks at my brother once, or something like that. And
Okay, but let's be real, he
Wasn't cool.
probably deserved it.
no, this neighbor's like she.
Too far? Too much?
Jacob.
I mean,
Jacob.
you would hate this neighbor.
But Jacob, let me answer the
Why?
question. You don't feel a little bit like that?
You're back. The cat's being a turd. I have to get her.
That sounds about right. You sure it's not you just being a turd and the cat being normal?
Ba-doo, boo, boo. Boo, ba-doo, boo, 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 ba-doo.
Damn it, I have so much music.
Any info on Hero 27 yet?
What? I don't know what that means.
And you clearly don't know the answer.
Fair enough.
You're not wrong.
What if I don't want to know the answer?
Or maybe I do know
It's
the
the
answer.
answer to Diabolus.
Maybe I do know the answer, and you're just asking the question really simply.
It's time to Diabolus.
Okay, then that right. Okay, that shit needs to stop right now.
Yeah, it's too late. Adam's on it. It won't leave for another couple months.
Yeah, they ain't wrong.
Diabolus. All right.
Diabolus.
So with the few of you that are here, actually here, listening,
What am I looking at? It just says, "Can I what?"
Can I sneak bow?
Actually said that. I'm just curious.
Yes.
Wait,
That's hilarious.
during the
is
fight
there
with
a
the
bow that
priest,
gives me plus to stealth rolls?
probably.
All right. Well, I'm here, so
Yeah, he's here. So I guess
But
we can
are
kind
you
of start
cool?
while
we're
Skylar
just waiting for whoever's left.
jerking
And
off.
on the 8th day, God said, "Let the men have a pool in the backyard."
Yeah,
On the 9th
That
day, he
happened.
realized I was wrong. I was so wrong.
I went to a private Christian school, and that is totally what happened in the Bible.
See, I don't have
Okay,
cause
bro.
to not believe you. Anyway, so
He did. He went to a private Christian school for most of his life. He only
Oh.
got to experience public school for high
and-
school.
and yet he's here. So,
That's all right.
uh,
Public
I'm
schools
glad
not
we
that
can-
great.
to our cult. Let the dark praises
Cult.
begin. So, do you guys remember what happened last time? I would hope it happened last week.
City.
I summoned Cthulhu.
No, you didn't.
You wanted to.
Last time on whatever this is.
Last time on Hypetown Heroes.
Okay, that actually
Hype
sounds like
10
a show.
heroes sing this song, dude.
So, but for reals, you guys remember what happened?
We all got
A
to
lot
know
of
each
RP.
other. Then some really dark, crazy person is coming in 14 days. So we broke up to do some stuff, to find some stuff.
And then kill him.
Okay. So yeah, you all kind of went off to do different things, and they
Me
each
and
took
Dylan are at the library.
a different
or-
amount of time. Yeah.
Scratch
So,
that. Me and Elixiel, I think it was.
yes. So unfortunately, because of the short time frame and because of my personal life being a little bit of the main reason, a couple of those didn't occur. So I'll leave it up to you guys. Do you guys want to actually run through those like now, or would you rather me just give you the end results?
I was hoping to do the thing with me and Elixiel, because I could teach him Lizard Man, hopefully.
So do you want to actually run through yours, Jacob?
Yeah, I do want to run through mine at least.
Do you want to run through yours, Skylar?
We can.
You
Okay.
guys do that. I'll keep
And
shit
then,
posting.
Orlon, do you want to run through yours?
I mean, it's weird
Do it.
because if Jeannie
Alright.
doesn't join us, it's kind of hard to do because I have no idea what's going on. I kind of just got pulled somewhere.
We can.
You found nothing.
We can retcon.
He is God. He can rewrite the script.
He can make it so Nynaeve.
We had no bard.
I had to do the bard roll. Just imagine a Dragonborn casting.
No. Better yet, the bard's
Bard.
an optical illusion that we've all been suffering from since the start.
We've all been seeing a bard that really isn't really there. That's funny.
There is no Azul.
Yes.
The bard is actually.
You
the
thought it was the
illusion.
bard, but it was really me, Colmar.
All right. So, but anyway, so it sounds like you
Put
guys.
him in a barrel. Put him in a barrel.
So, but from what I'm gathering, it sounds like you guys still kind of want to run through your shit. So Adam already did his, and
Ye-
Marius
God.
already did his.
I'd like to continue shopping while they're doing that.
Well, so no. Here's the thing. So,
Me and Zeus are having a nice chat while walking through the forest.
jungle, whatever.
Jungle, forest, whatever.
Same
And
thing, really.
Marius is busy beating up a croc cigar.
Hang on, I wanna roll survival to swing on the vines like Tarzan back to
No.
the keep.
No.
Please.
Please.
Anyway.
Athletic.
I guess we'll do Skylar's. Well, Skylar's not even.
Wouldn't it
logged
be
in.
faster to do mine and
No, 'cause
Literally-
Dylan's- Do you see him here yet?
oh, Dylan isn't here. Where is he?
Just downstairs taking a shit, dude.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Let me fix that. There, now I can hear what I'm saying.
So anyway, continuing on, we're gonna do Skylar's first since he's kinda here. Oh,
I can pay attention.
well, you need to be able to roll too, so you can't do that. Second.
Oh yeah.
I guess we'll do Orion's first.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh,
Do you
I'm
see it?
punching a clock cigar.
Do you see it, Orlon?
can I sneak bow?
Yep.
Can I sneak a bow?
We just
Uh,
we just treat you as a meme factory.
You
Cool.
are the little thing. But I don't even think you mean to be the meme. You just are.
okay.
So anyway,
That's all right.
Mr. Depressed, I remember before Jeannie grabbed you, instead wanted to go and do some exploring of your own, correct?
Yes. Just
What-
straight up exploring.
Okay. So kind of describe to me what kind of exploring you want to do here.
Well, I kind of wanted to go out into like outside the city walls and like literally just walk around and try to find something.
Okay. So kind of like a
Fair enough.
perimeter walk-ish.
Yes.
Okay. Since you are here, I will let you roll either perception or nature. Two.
Ooh. That might be. Ooh.
Hmm.
Remember, if you have abilities that can help you, use them first.
Yes. I'll double check that. Nature or perception? Yeah, I know which one I'm rolling. Well, since I'm just give it a shot. I don't like that roll. The roll doesn't like me. What's going on in chat?
Okay, so stop. Okay. So you chose perception and you garbage. So so at least with your first pass, you don't see anything out of the ordinary other than of course this massive lizard city and the jungle. I'll let you try nature next.
Can I try to find an animal? Actually, so I can
Again,
talk
that
to
would be
it?
a nature roll.
Okay. Well, that works. Are you ready to see garbage? Oh my god, what the hell's going on?
Adam's posting.
First off,
oh,
okay,
shit,
can we
posting.
real talk? Why are you a
I think
ranger
that's
and have a
confirmed
nature
for-
of minors? Anyway, continuing.
Because
on.
I have an intelligence of 6 and nature is an intelligence roll.
Oh, beautiful. All right.
I don't know how we've gotten past this, but I have an intelligence of 6.
It
You're
makes
the dumbest
sense.
ranger I've ever met.
I want HP. I'll climb on top of the train.
That's why you're a meme factory. All right, continuing. Your nature's really good. Yeah, you're able to find almost any animal. Good thing, just by kind of looking.
You
around.
got the remote.
Cool. Can I cast Animal Friends?
I just thought you'd want to watch something that was good instead of what
Sure.
Dad had on.
Jacob,
friendship.
stop talking if you're not talking about D&D.
Push the
Uh,
talk.
Yeah, if the beast touches far. Okay. What kind?
I
Okay.
kinda-
So you, so you cast animal friendship into the jungle,
Okay.
and you sit there for just a moment, and a large snake slithers toward you,
Uh-oh.
Cool.
and it just kind of stares at you. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
You don't know how many times I've wanted to roll this on our sorcerer.
Oh,
Like, oh, it failed. Can I try to? Is it possible for me to try to convince me to take me somewhere?
It's already your friend. Just ask him.
Hey, you come here often?
Don't become the next Adam. Don't become the next Adam.
The snake stares at you.
I didn't think this through.
Well,
No,
you're not
you
very
didn't.
good at this whole role-playing thing, are you?
I can build off other people. It's by myself. It's a little difficult.
What exactly are you trying to accomplish?
I'm trying to find something. I don't know anything.
I'm
Besides
still
drum.
punching a croc cigar.
Well, you do know about those relics. You could ask the snake if it could bring you to anything that looks
Well,
like
I
it
have
could be.
No idea what the relics are, what they look like.
Just ask. The
Hey,
Anything
snake.
Mr.
magically
Snake, do you know of
powerful.
any? Do you know of any ruins or
Any powerful magic?
I still don't even know
if it can
the
even sense
snake can
magic?
understand me.
Well, does it have an
Perfectly honest.
intelligence higher than 4?
That's a good question.
If the snake has an intelligence of 10, I'm gonna laugh.
The snake is smarter than him.
Snake happens to be Agent 7.
It has 7?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
I'm still trying to like handle the idea that I'm talking to a snake.
Well, you could roleplay your low intelligence and be used to being friendly with everything that's an animal because you don't feel they'll betray you at any point.
So, Alon, anything else you want to do? I will say your session so far is productive. All the other sessions.
I went for a walk.
Went for a while.
Found a
I
snake.
met a
I made it,
snake.
my friend. Good time.
Ask it about a ruins.
Can I just ask it about ruins? Can I just straight up do that?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and
Yes.
ask.
You got to make a successful roll on Parcel Tongue. Just okay. You do speak Parcel Tongue. If you don't,
So, I'm looking for this shiny thing. It may or may not be magic. Do you have any idea what I'm talking about?
The snake. You ready?
Uh-huh.
Stares at you. Because it's a
Snake
snake.
does not know what it is. Just bite him.
Do you get where I'm going with this, Orlon?
The snake ain't the thing you need.
I don't think you guys understand. You are talking to a snake, a generic out of the jungle snake. It doesn't understand a fucking word you're saying.
You have animal friendship. You
It's
don't have to
just
speak the
staring
beasts.
at you. It's like you're talking to a
Figured.
dog. A
Nope.
dog with no legs. It's just staring at you, thinking it's my friend. It's making weird noises, but it's my friend. Like,
I figured. That's why I didn't want to ask the second question.
Maybe you should.
Can
do
I just
something productive. Maybe you should do that.
go for another walk?
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Continue walking with your snake friend now.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
as you go to start walking around again, the snake begins to follow you.
So I roll perception.
What kind of
again?
snake is it?
Yeah, go ahead and roll perception. It's like a boa constrictor of some kind.
It's a trouser
Yeah, it's
snake.
not
That's all you need to
venomous.
know.
Hey!
You know,
So-
eventually that's gonna wear off, and the snake's gonna be mad that you cast something on it.
Does it wear off?
It doesn't appear to wear off. I
No.
don't want to check it again. But
Yeah, I was gonna say, unless you copied it down wrong.
The beast must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be charmed by you for the spell's duration. If you or one of your companions harm the target, the spell ends. It doesn't say anything about being mad.
Oh no, I guess it doesn't. Okay, but it does say the snake has to have an intelligence of 4 or higher for it
Below
to
it.
fail. Otherwise, the beast must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be harmed by you for the spell's duration. So the snake actually has to make wisdom saves if it wants to get out of his friendship. Or Marius has to accidentally step on it.
duration
I don't
24
know.
hours. I
Oh.
copied it now wrong.
Okay.
Cool. I
You
get
know
to
why
go.
the snake's following him?
For 24 hours.
Because
you
the
can
snake
make-
understands how emo it feels because it has no hands to put on eyeliner.
Anyway, so you do another kind of half lap around the city, and you kind of get to the back end of the city. You begin to a little bit of cartography here. You begin to kind of notice this island is not actually that terribly big. You find it kind of odd that they're like, oh yeah, you need to find these 6 artifacts on this one island. It's like, you begin to actually question, are they all on this island? Because that's how small this place is. I mean, the city in and of itself takes up a huge chunk of the island, so. And I will let you attempt one nature roll.
Okay, I don't see why I would roll nature, but let's do this.
No, there's a reason for that.
Uh,
Oh
Nope.
boy.
Nope. Does having the snake give him advantage?
I have an animal friend. Give me advantage on nature rolls.
So
The
here's what
snake
I'll do.
rolled higher than you.
No. So as you're kind of like giving up, you're looking at the jungle and you're seeing it's super dense. You're like, I wish I was smart. And as you're saying that, the snake kind of slithers off, and you kind of watch it as it slithers off. You notice that the snake is taking it looks like a small path through the forest.
Okay, follow the snake.
Sure. You begin to follow the snake, and you begin to kind of go a pretty decent distance away from the city. Eventually, you kind of go across like a small stream and stuff. You're now a pretty good chunk of distance away from the city. The snake keeps going down this path. Do you want to keep going?
Yes.
Okay. Eventually, it gets to the point where the snake kind of gets to this little clearing. You could hear running water. You get to the edge of this cliff, and then you see it. A long, rickety, old wooden bridge across this giant. Like, actually have.
You see me
thing-
falling.
Me.
Is this right around the time where I fall off the cliff?
No.
Damn.
Oh.
Yeah, that happened to mine.
Well, they call him Dombrowski for a reason.
Hold on. I'm just tabbing over. Second. There we go.
That's not Orlon. Damn, you actually got a picture this time.
Let me scroll up.
And you were on what would be that like north side.
So which side?
You would be like here.
Okay.
And the sharks would be like
Why am I
here.
in the editor suddenly?
Can I like kind of like test the boards a little bit? I'm gonna look over into the water to see if I can see anything moving.
Okay. Roll an investigation check first. Hey. That's
Hey.
not that hard, trust me. You step down on you without
I don't
actually
think
having
John
to
and Kim need more horses.
without the Jacob. Without the whole actual like needing to step on the boards, a lot of the planks that are really close to your side have clearly
Oh, you're on
like
a bridge.
soaked up a lot of like water and salt and so they're probably pretty prone to breaking. And now roll that perception again. Okay. In the river, you don't see anything large, just some like fish occasionally passing through, but the water is pretty rapid, so other than that, you really can't see it.
Okay, I'm gonna cross the bridge. I'll try to.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a acrobatics check for me. Hey. That's
Finally, something I'm good at.
Yep. So you begin to cross the bridge and you very, very lightly place your feet on certain areas where the planks look a little more sturdy. And if you think it's about to give, you kind of back your foot off and place it by the ropes. You're able to make it about halfway across the bridge. Unfortunately, there are no more ropes at this halfway point, so I'm going to need you to roll another acrobatics check. Good. You're able to kind of do this really light-footed step across the bridge. You kind of double time it, and then you're able to, for the most part, make it to all the way to the other edge.
Did the snake cross, or did I just lead me to the bridge?
You left them on the other side of the bridge. But you can see this path does continue.
I wave at my snake, and I release my spell.
Okay. Snake just kind of slithers back into the jungle.
I'm gonna continue on the path
Okay.
out on the other end of the bridge. Wait, is there? Sorry.
D6 for me. Just a D6, nothing else.
And
Remember, it might not actually mean.
I rolled a 1.
You find yourself on just a jungle path. It seems to be winding continuously into the jungle again.
that is
He's not just going in a complete circle, is he?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna.
I'm gonna throw
continue
some jungle
following-
music on
I'm gonna
here.
continue following the path.
Okay. Roll that D6 again for me.
3.
Okay. You enter a small clearing, and you enter from about up here.
Okay.
And it looks like this part of the jungle path just kind of ends.
anyway. Yeah, I got real.
It looks like you might have hit a dead end. Want to do anything? Oh, Adam, no. Adam. Adam.
No.
Adam, don't encourage the DM to have your character fall off a cliff.
Can I try to push through
I already did.
brush on the opposite end?
Like where?
Here. Like over here. And like see if I can break through a layer of brush.
Yeah.
Or foliage or whatever you want to call it.
Roll investigation.
There you go.
Yeah.
You get to about here, and you start trying to push through the brush, and it seems like the brush just does not want to move out. It's like firm. like really thick bushed brush. If that makes any sense.
Can I try to cut it with my dagger?
Through it? I suppose. Roll investigation again.
I was looking up.
You begin slicing at it with your obsidian and you are beginning to cut through some of it, but it's just too dense. Eventually your dagger just starts snagging on stuff, and it just eventually you realize you're at this point of pain.
Can I go back to the path I was on before?
Well, you came in
This one?
So roll a d6.
I like
that they work with, and it shows
4.
mountain.
Following a path, you make it to this kind of
9
beach.
I immediately turn around.
Okay. Gonna try to go back down the path.
A list.
I'm
Yes.
being emo.
Roll a
Illusion.
roll a d6.
The ocean? Nope, not gonna do that.
Ooh. Okay. With a 6, you are able to make it back. You're able to make it basically work. So I'm assuming you want to go back, right?
I was kind of trying to find another fork in the road, but
Yeah, you might get
like trying to find a different way. But if that's
You
what-
find another bridge. This one seems to be a little bit further down the road. You're actually showing up this end. This is a stone bridge, though. This seems a lot more sturdy.
Can I
And
see
it also
what's
seems
on
like
the
this
other
was
side?
built a lot more recent.
Can I see what's on the other side of the bridge?
Just more jungle.
Okay, I'm gonna cross the bridge.
Okay. You don't have to make any special rolls for this bridge.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll a d6 for me again, please. Actually, roll a d8. I'm sorry.
8.
Well, you're making interesting use of your time. So here's what happens. As you cross into this next jungle, you find what appears to be like a large bluff. Just kind of... It's not large enough to go above the trees, but it is a pretty good size bluff. Perception for it.
over the next.
Okay. As far as you can tell, this is just a large bluff that's might be a good landmark for like.
Right beside the upholstery, like in the same parking.
So
So I just did a bluff. Is there any other paths out from besides the one I came in?
yeah, there's a couple.
Oh.
Go ahead and roll a d6 for me.
For me, there, all that.
2.
You
Oh, they did it on the park,
make it back to the original bridge,
but 3
and you are on this side this time.
I threw around long enough.
I don't want to be here.
Storage, yeah.
I'm gonna try to head back the way I first went.
But I looked
See what happens.
coming out of me
So you're gonna head like backwards.
because I went
Well,
over
no, I'm not gonna go back to the bluff. I'm gonna go try to do my path again.
Okay.
when we were coming out of
It's
there,
gonna probably repeat your steps. Roll a d. So roll a d6,
the-
6.
whatever you call it across the street
Okay.
there,
and you want to try to retrace your steps exactly, correct?
Yes.
they charged $75.
You're able to make it back to that dead end.
Yeah, they only for a month.
Hero perception to see what the besides just what the dead end is.
Sure. You go to look around and like a bee like lands on your eyeball and you have to like swat it off. And you're kind of distracted now, hoping to God you didn't get stung by something.
If he got stung on the eyeball, he would know it.
He doesn't know that though.
I kind of want to.
That requires a roll.
I want to take some time looking around to see if there's
Yeah,
like anything here that I didn't notice the first time. But I don't want to roll. I'm gonna take like a 5 or 10. Isn't that a action?
Yeah, you could take a 10. So 10, as I described to Adam, 10 is 10 minutes. And then you could take a 20, which is an hour.
I want to take a 10.
Okay. Bear in mind, you are starting to come up on the clock here. So, you're going to take a base 10 for your perception, I'm
Yeah.
assuming? God, Adam.
Okay, well, yeah.
So means you get a base 16. So
Right.
this is more of a dead end because not only does the path end, but the jungle becomes very thick from this point on.
I'll just
You're
give you-
actually not 100% sure why. It just seems really thick. It's
As if the jungle doesn't want him proceeding any further.
almost, yeah. And besides, passing this point looks very
Treacherous?
fighting.
So treacherous.
Solo party level encounter. Solo the party level encounter.
I kind of want
The snake comes
to
back.
burn down some of the jungle.
Oh my god.
So you want to light the jungle.
Yeah, actually, I just want to try to start lighting like a piece of it on fire to see what happens.
Right.
Robert, please
Roll
tell me
nature.
there would be consequences if he does this.
Do you have something that you could light it on fire with?
Shh, it's his thing. Let him do it.
Oh boy.
Don't influence.
Boy, indeed. I gotta check your character sheet for something. Let's see. You have an explorer's pack. Okay. So yeah, you pull out your tinderbox and you walk over, and you're able to make a small controlled fire.
Probably it's what an.
What do you want to do with it?
I kind of, is it like a torch or is it like a campfire?
It's like the size of a campfire.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Remember,
I want to make it
I'm
bigger.
gonna be going slower because I'm gonna.
Roll nature again.
So like when I hit ready, call you.
I'm waiting for that bat. You're able to make it a bit bigger. You're able to torch some small shrubs, but for the most part, you're able to keep it relatively under control. You begin to burn a good chunk of the jungle out from like where you are.
Right.
Do you want to keep going?
Yeah, I do.
Roll nature again.
I just blew big.
I burned down the forest. I get all the XP.
Okay. Actually, this might work. So your fire again begins spreading, but you're still able to control it a little bit using like your water skin, a bit of
Okay.
water you found, just kind of basic nature know-how to kind of keep things secure.
Yeah.
Roll investigation again for him.
You'll definitely see me coming too. Not like
I was kinda hoping he'd light the entire forest
11,
on fire.
10, 9.
Fire's starting to get pretty big.
whatever. Yeah.
You might want to put it out.
No, let him decide his own
Yeah,
things.
Jacob, shut up. Your name's supposed to be.
Everyone shush.
A whole lot easier on you. Hour.
Can I try to control the fire?
You are. The fire is still controlled at this point. This is what we'd call a controlled.
Right.
I kind of want to just wait and see if it reveals anything for a little bit longer.
Right.
Okay, so you want to let the fire keep going.
Yes.
Another nature.
Yeah.
Well, the fire keeps burning and you're still able to really control it. Go ahead and roll another perception with advantage. Or roll perception with advantage.
Right.
Yeah, 20.
Alrighty. So, it becomes blatantly clear as of this point. You're not sure why you didn't notice it originally. That chunk of, like, brush you were trying to cut, chop, and destroy originally still hasn't burnt at all for some reason. Like, the entire area around it had. But Not that part. And you're not 100% sure why.
The other
Can I
one.
attack the brush?
You're gonna just not. All right. Yeah. What are you gonna attack it with?
The new Can I Sneak Bow.
What?
I want to like slash at it with my trident.
Okay.
Full on. Just go.
All right. So
We
you
whack
start
it with it.
stabbing it with your trident, and same results as with your dagger. You have little bits and pieces come off. Nothing
Can I
weird.
just try to walk through it? See if it's an illusion?
Sure. So you're just gonna try to walk through it.
Yeah. Just gonna try to walk through it.
You walk into brush, and it's very hard and solid.
I get my mixer in places that fucking you wouldn't think a mixer could get. So
Can I try to
I'm
climb
kinda
over it?
used to driving.
Use it as like a climbing tool. If it's very solid.
Um.
No, that won't be a problem. I just have.
Well, athletics.
I just have to be careful.
Athletics?
Yes.
Ugh.
Not to.
Why
You cut your hand on like a freaking thorn inside. You're gonna take a piercing damage.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
Okay, can I try
Also
to
make
jump
another.
it?
Also make another nature check.
Oh jeez.
Oh,
Swear.
yeah.
He's gonna set the entire forest on fire.
The fire is no longer controlled.
Cool.
So he started a forest fire.
A little jungle fire, but yeah, a little bit.
It's dense. It's surrounded by water. It's fine.
I'm gonna leave. I'm just gonna leave it.
All right, roll a d6, please.
Zalak tells me to kill you, I will.
One.
Right. Yeah.
You make it to a random jungle path. You smell smoke into you.
I'm gonna start like half running.
Okay, roll another d6.
3.
You're an idiot because you made it back, and this area is now very much on. Take a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my god!
Oh
Fucking
boy.
discard.
So, Marius, you're gonna take a point of exhaustion.
Marius? How am I?
Yes. Fuck you, Marius. No.
Well, I am fighting a Croxigar with my fist, so we'll count that too.
Orlon, you're gonna take a point of exhaustion.
Okay, what does it do?
The first point of exhaustion, you have disadvantage on all saving.
Okay, I'm gonna try to leave again.
Okay, roll a d6.
1, 2,
4.
1. They make fun of
So I think Marius is gonna die, or not Marius, sorry.
You make it back to the beach.
Okay, I went for a swim.
What?
I'm going
He's
for-
going for the water.
Okay, so you're gonna kind of wade your way out into. All right. So you kind of swim out. How far out are you going?
I'm going underneath. I'm gonna go as far as I can. Try
Just
to, like-
forever, and leaving the campaign?
No, I'm gonna like go out and see if I can find like a reef or something, like 30 yards out.
So I guess.
He is lost. I think he's literally just lost.
He's lost and he left the fire going.
So you're gonna start swimming out, and
How
You
long
get up-
till we
This is
see
just
from the
painful.
city?
you get about 20 or 30 feet out, and you start to notice the water now drops off very extremely to a very extreme depth. You feel like you should not go any further.
Whoa, she came over here. That's
This is where you say something.
I know. I have people coming in telling me stuff, which is bothering me.
down the street or something, and all this. They're gonna try and get out.
I can't get lost in the ocean, by the way.
The ones across
Yeah,
the
you
street,
can.
It's my natural explorer.
them,
I can get lost if it's magical.
they own you. You're old.
Who the fuck do you think you are?
I'm a ranger, and it is one of my passive abilities.
And yet your
and I just-
nature's garbage. I don't...
I know, but that's because my nature is to do with the ocean,
Okay,
which is.
so I'm gonna
actually
give you a
not-
little bit of DM advice here, Orlon. When the DM tells you your character does not feel like you should continue any farther,
I
don't go any farther.
I kind of want to skirt around and try to make it back to the train because I know that was on the coast. Try
Rolls.
to swim around the island.
Okay, and you said you have that ocean explorer. Exactly.
Yeah, it's my familiar environment. So I'm adept at traveling and surviving.
I'm hoping something that Zuzu told me comes into play right
Is
about
that an
now.
actual thing on your character sheet?
Yeah, no, it's an actual. No, it's not. I didn't write it down because I didn't think
That's-
I'd be using it.
If it's not written down, then he has to go with the fact that it's not there.
Yeah, that's a big thing. You need to have that kind of stuff on your character sheet so I can verify.
Okay.
Because I don't want to go digging for that information. I'm going to give it to you, but please add that kind of stuff to your character sheet.
Okay.
So I'm not going to make you roll for it. It's a big thing. Otherwise, I was making you roll nature, and that would have been funny. But you're able to kind of skirt around their island. Eventually, you destroy.
You cut out for a second. What'd you say?
I said you're eventually able to make your way back to the bridge.
The bridge?
Yes.
I wasn't trying to go to the bridge.
I thought that's what you said you
I
were.
was trying to make it to the train.
The train's by the bridge.
It is?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes!
I'm gonna try to make it back to town now. I think I've explored
Okay.
enough. And
Yeah. So here's what happened.
What did he miss out on? Is what I want to know.
Alright, so let me. Then.
Fucking Christ.
So you come up to the frickin' train area. You're like dragging yourself out of the ocean because remember you're exhausted at this point. A bunch of the frickin' Sauruses that were just posted there kind of look over and see you, and you're like, "Help!" And they just kind of like walk over to you. One like kind of pokes you with like the edge of his like cudgel, and he's like, and he says something to lizard speak in the other guy, and one of them like picks you up over his shoulder and begins walking toward you. And I think that's the end of your adventure.
okay.
So the forest is still on. The jungle is still on fire. This is
And
perfect.
there is a decent amount of smoke.
Like I was wondering when we were gonna see the fire from from the city. Just like, are you sure we had 14 days?
Sure, we had 14 days. Hey. So now that that's happened, that's like absolutely perfect timing. Now we can do that thing.
Okay. I'm gonna.
In the meantime, do me and Zuzu see the fire now? Because we're walking through the forest back to the city.
That will come about. Don't worry.
Okay. I was like, alright, I'm gonna go fight the fire.
In the meantime, I believe we have Zeto and Leeksil both have a thing they have to do. So we're gonna kind of do this. Come on.
I should probably stop the music.
No problem.
Alright. No longer a tropical island.
It's still technically island, but I can. I got music for that. Don't
Oh
worry.
no, it was just I wanted to put something in there while Orlon was doing stuff.
Just being a freaking dog. Yeah.
You know, the thing is,
Oh yeah, Dylan, you missed it. That was fun.
And you thought mine was random.
You'll hear about it in a minute.
We're gonna need you specifically.
Specifically,
Shut up!
no, like the ocean. So let me, because I like a Leak Souls theme a little bit.
I'm not.
No.
Not.
So now, you two Zeto leads Elixir back to the library because obviously Zeto knows where he is. And you both enter this library, the large library. And Elixir, you have not seen a library, or you've never seen a library like this, obviously. But this library is incredibly large. It's probably larger than the one you had in your town. And of course, instead of being books, it's all scrolls and stone tablets. But you see a lot of,
Okay.
what appears to be
The Discord
information,
posting
so-
is actually messing with the chat, like hearing chat in my head because I keep hearing boop boop, and it's cutting Robert
It's
out.
a bell!
So I don't know what you're talking about.
For fuck's sake.
What bell?
At the top of the Discord, there is a bell that will mute the channel noises.
okay.
I don't have
Muting
power
channel.
over that. I make a channel to have fun and to even just talk to you guys. You guys get mad when people start talking. Like,
Well, I
damn
am it all by D&D.
bell.
But
Okay.
you can also just click on the server icon and click server mute as well.
That too.
Okay.
Okay, well I fixed it, so now when he posts,
Okay.
I don't hear stuff.
Okay.
For
So
fuck's sake.
anyway, now it's you two. Have fun.
All right, so this was the library where I learned a lizard man.
The
take
language in the
you-
day, yes.
Yeah, I'll take you to the librarian, see if he can help acquaint you with that language, so that I'm not the only one reading all this stuff. And while he's doing that, I will also see about gathering what I can. I assume this place has more than one librarian with how big it is.
Yes, and let's just hope that find something of help in here. So,
I cast water spell.
So,
librarian.
as you say that, one of the little skink-looking guys pops up real quick, and he looks at both you and Zeto, and he points at Zeto, and Zeto, you can kind of translate it from Lizardman. It's kind of broken, but he says something to the effect of, "Hello, good to see you again."
Good to see you too. Is this the lizard man that taught me how to read? Do you know?
Yes, this is
lizard?
the same one you
Okay.
spoke with earlier.
Well, wait, then how is he having problems speaking English? Never mind.
He's not speaking English. He was speaking Lizardman.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Can you teach Sling Guy what you taught me with your language?
Elixir.
Can you teach Elixir here how to read your language?
He kind of looks over
Everything
at
go over
Elixir, and he kind of tilts his head for just a moment.
It's a
And
very
he-
urgent matter.
He kind of scratches that little top tail fin. He kind of like rubs that top tail fin he has, and he snaps his finger really quick, and he runs off into the back of the.
Alright.
Maybe I should have wrote what I wanted to say to him, because I can read and write it, and it'd probably be easier to translate.
And he comes back, dragging this other skink with him, like almost by the tail, and the other skink's like almost asleep. He sits him up on the counter. The other skink's kind of half asleep, and he slaps the other skink, and he wakes up, almost falls off the table, and they start kind of bickering at each other in Lizardman. It's so fast, Jacob, you don't even quite understand what they're saying.
Well, I can only write and I can only understand Lizardman in writings. you
Yeah.
said, so
And so
anyway.
eventually the librarian skink, probably the one in charge, points at Elixir and points at a stone tablet he also brought. The other the other skink kind of looks at Elixir and looks down at the tablet, and go ahead and roll Arcana for me, Elixir,
All right.
because you're usually paying attention to this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And nat 20.
Let's start this off. This is another one of the skink mages. Probably a lazy one that was probably the actual leader of this library, but who doesn't do anything.
Right. As his underlings do the work.
Yes, and as he begins to cast something, you can tell it's toward you, but it's obviously not harmful. He's doing something very, very. So Dylan, he's casting Comprehend Language.
Yeah, but isn't that only temporary?
Not his version.
No.
He's casting it as a ritual from the stone tablet. That is actually you eventually are able to read into the tablet. It is a very old version of Comprehend Language, and he is doing it as a ritual.
Very
So, after the spell is done, which takes about 5 minutes, you now can read, write, understand, and speak lizard folk.
Ah,
Well, that's handy.
saying is a language as best I can. Thank you very much. I appreciate it greatly.
And now to him, he says, he goes, no problem. Going back to sleep now.
I like him.
So, you can look it up all you want, Dylan, but
Yeah.
this is me saying that you. So, I was going to give this pretty much to you anyway, if you actually really put your mind to it. This is just a very fast way of
Right.
doing it. So now you both can read and write lizard folk, and Dylan can now speak it, and understood when spoken.
Good. All right. Can you tell them to get us all the lore they have on magical relics that are on the island?
Of course, of course. And do you happen to have any info about any relics of any sort? We're dealing with a sort of apocalypse scenario, I'm afraid to say.
Nonchalant.
He looks at you, goes, "Relics? What kind of relics?"
Relics
Magical.
of power, magical relics. Relics of legend.
He kind of taps his foot. He's really in deep thought. He goes, unsure what kind of relic you think, and then he freezes, and his eyes get really big for just a moment. Go ahead and roll Arcana again.
Alright.
Oh, I can do this.
Yeah, you both
did
can
roll
roll
last
it
time,
if you
so
want.
I figured it'd be nice for me to do it this one time.
It doesn't matter. Dylan's on it. He is being spoken to telepathic by a very powerful source. And he sits there for a second. He goes, you want relics described in ancient scrolls.
Yes, it seems like they would be.
He goes, me no. He goes, he goes, we don't have much to read about those, but maybe I can find you something. And he kind of does this really low, like this really high-pitched whistle, and a bunch of skinks just pop up in front of them. And he starts barking orders to the effect of, you look in this section for this, you look in this section for this, and they all just scatter. And if it hasn't become obvious, you guys, these skinks are fast. Like, they're sprinting faster than...
Or
Almost. Like, almost. These guys are moving really fast, and you guys are having problems keeping your eyes on them as they move. And they eventually start piling these scrolls and these tablets on the table, and it almost becomes a small mountain by the time they're finished. And the librarian skink curls up on the top triumphantly. He goes, "This everything we have on powerful relics from ancient scrolls."
That is quite a lot. We'll have to get started. Thank
Yep.
you very much.
He
only
goes,
had a spell to read multiple
He
books
goes-
at once.
to help lizardmen, my pleasure. And so he kind of and he zips in out of the pile. So you guys are gonna start sifting through
Yeah,
the
I'm
pile.
gonna look over at Zeto.
Yeah,
Well,
we're gonna.
we have to get started on this.
Yeah, that's gonna take forever.
So here's the question: how do you guys want to do this? There's a couple of ways you can do it. There's a couple of different sections that he's been nice enough to divide it into for you guys. So let's take a look. There is a section, Kana. There's a section for history. There is a section for medicine. There's a section for nature. A section for religion. And a section for survival.
Everything except a survival I have proficiency in.
I'm gonna check the religion pile. I would suggest you look through the.
So, before you guys go crazy, bears in mind, here's how this works. Searching a pile take you 1 hour. That's how much info is in this. Now, in that 1 hour, you can choose to take basically what would be a 20, which is you thoroughly search it, or I will also allow you to with advantage if you're trained in depending on which pile you choose. I would say you each have 3 hours.
Remain in the day.
You both have 3. Yeah, you both have 3 hours. So you guys can each look through 3 piles. You can either look through different piles or you can overlap piles. Because remember, one of you might get a better score than the other if you choose to roll, and you might find more information. Or you can not roll and spread out and get average knowledge on all the source. Or
Average knowledge for a 20, huh?
Yeah, because remember, this is a lot of information he's dropped on you guys. So let's start with the first hour. Would each of you like to pick? Oh, and I guess it's got to be said, you can't pick the same source at the same time.
Well, if that's the case, you know what? My character has really low religion, so I'm gonna go Arcana. Actually, that might be a better decision. Because I think, my Tiefling friend here knows more about religion than I do. So
But you were raised by monks.
yeah, but I only have a 3 in religion.
Just
So-
saying, you were raised by monks.
Yeah, I know.
What's your survival?
My survival? I don't know. Let me check. Where is it? Survival. I have a
Raised by
1 in survival,
battered.
so my
Alright.
survival skills are terrible.
Same. So we should probably take a 20 in that.
Yeah, probably a good idea. Okay, I'm gonna roll an Arcana and check the Arcana pile.
And I'll
Okay,
do
so-
religion.
And are you going to roll or are you going to take the 20?
I'm gonna
Um,
roll.
I'll roll with advantage.
Okay, so you both get to roll for advantage. So who would like to roll first?
I just rolled first, so
All right, so roll again, I believe.
Yeah.
Roll again.
alright,
Remember,
roll again.
advantage.
Come on, 25.
25 is really good.
That is really
And then go ahead and do your religion as well.
25.
Fantastic. Both of you.
Great.
That was really good. So you guys are going to get almost perfect results. Arcana. Jacob begins sifting through You begin sifting through big, thick slabs, both of you. Jacob starts kind of like tossing slabs to the side, and he's going through a bunch of stuff. He finds some information on one of the artifacts. I believe I had it. I need a pen. Do you have it? Does anybody have a pen they can lend? me?
Robert.
Oh. Ah! Okay. So, I actually have to write these down, or else I will forget. So if I write these down, I will give you guys information, which is bad.
So while I'm reading, I'm just like, does anybody smell smoke?
Does anybody smell anything? That's weird.
Because I have a higher sense of smell. Just thought it'd be a funny joke. And I succeeded.
I think it may turn more serious by the time this is over.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. It's a really good thing I have. Didn't I get an ability that can put out flames? Let me check.
my
I think
first
I have
thought-
that spell.
Yeah, but I don't know if you can do it at that level.
Maybe not to put out an entire forest fire, but I can use it to put bits out. Let's see. No, not chill touch.
You could
No,
just
that's
lightning.
okay.
You could
Alright,
just lightning
got
the
it.
jungle.
That would make the fire worse.
No, you can actually control the bird by knocking out, like destroying the land in front, so the fire couldn't continue.
Are you guys ready?
That's true. Yeah, I'm ready.
So, Jacob, as you're reading through these tablets, and kind of this up, one of them finally catches your eye. You heard it talks about tales of one of the artifacts, supposedly one of the ones you even read about. The artifact consists of a device that, when played, makes beautiful noise that can soothe even the toughest of creatures.
That could
And
come
it-
in handy.
And so you now know of the artifact, the fiddle.
Now we just so we just need to
Now.
find a fiddle.
Elixir. You start sifting through some large stone tabs too, and you actually get some information about old ones. What the deities of these guys are, back to ancient times. As from what you've gathered, it's actually really good. From what you've gathered, the ancients were a set of 4. 2 of them were, from what you can kind of gather, humanoid, because they don't really describe them that in detail. But 2 of them are, from what all accounts describe, dragons. So 2 humanoids, 2 dragon. And according to the religion of the old ones, they created the universe and effectively created all life within it. They even created other gods because they themselves technically didn't want to be worshipped. And the lizard folk were their chosen people to carry out, their will as time progressed, because they were supposed to be this hardy people who weren't innately evil, but would also not affect the balance of the universe in any real way. And then it goes to talk about chaos, the long night, as it refers to it. Chaos is a very evil force that tries to actively go against what the old ones want, and tries to, for lack of a better term, snuff out life. So
Snuff out life.
It's
Sounds
bad.
a lot like the darkness in Supernatural.
Yeah.
Is
Or
it
the
around-
chaos in Warhammer.
Or that, yeah. Honestly, I would say a mix of both.
So it is actually a little. I shamelessly ripped off a lot of campaigns, but continuing on, it refers to, again, the artifacts pretty in depthly here. Though one of them stands out very obviously to you, and it talks about it in a specific section. It's called the Anvil Mace,
Anvil.
or the Anvil Hammer, either way. It is supposed to be a hammer that, at the end, is the anvil that one of the ancients used to help craft, like, metal. Actual metal that makes up the universe. So, you're pretty sure that's one of the artifacts.
It's on this island.
Yes, and its location, as far as you know, is inside a place of extreme heat.
Probably the volcano.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't one of us go
Do
to
we?
the volcano?
No.
No? I would have assumed it was at the forge area where those guys were making weapons. 'Cause that's honestly where I was thinking for a moment.
Or the center of the fire.
So anyway, hey, you guys aren't here. Hush. So, the first hour has gone. You guys have information.
Alright.
Do we know where the fiddle is? Because he also got a 25.
So the fiddle, is supposedly, as a precautionary measure, it was said was left with another race. Unfortunately, though, its current whereabouts is
Unknown.
Yeah.
Hmm.
so it was, as it said, left with a race that had both goodness and evil.
So then, most likely, there might be information on other races on this island. I should probably check some more piles, see if I can find anything mentioning this race. Most likely, I would want to check history, which I am actually fluent in.
6 in it.
Oh, actually, scratch that. I have a 3 in history.
So, real quick, I had to step away for a moment. So, what all artifacts did they find out about?
You don't know yet. You have to wait.
Alright, fair enough.
Check direct message.
I'm the one who writes stuff down, man.
Alright, so
They're gonna forget.
I have a 6 in history. What else do you have a 6 in? That's one of the piles.
Adam, check your direct messages.
First thing, how many piles were there again?
There is
Arcana, history, medicine. No, I don't think medicine.
Yes, medicine was one of them.
Oh, okay. Arcana, history, medicine, nature, religion, and survival.
I actually, ironically, have 1-7, but that's only in deception.
Okay, what about the 6 I mentioned?
In nature, I have a 3. In medicine, I have a 1. Religion's a 3. Survival is a 1. What else did you say there was?
Arcana, history, medicine, nature, religion, survival.
Okay. Yeah, it's either a 3 or a 1.
Alright, you might want to take some 20s then.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a 20 to check,
go.
Actually, wait.
I'll go with history. I have a 6 in it.
Okay, I was gonna say, you said nature, right? I have a 3. That's not terribly bad.
Right.
It means
I also
I'm-
have a 6 in nature.
Oh, that's true. All right, then I'll let you handle nature. In that
You want to
case,
go with medicine and survival?
let me check. Survival's a 1. Medicine is a 1. I'll take a
Right.
20 on survival.
And then I'll roll for history.
Okay, so go ahead and roll for that history.
Ooh, well, damn. Nope, that was double advantage. It's a 1. I
Yeah.
rolled 2 net 1s.
Yeah, that hurts.
You know, it's kind of a nice breath of fresh air, being that you're usually one that rolls the 20s.
Well, this balances it out. 2 net 1s in one roll.
So I'll go with the
Right.
survival first. So he's taking the 20 just to kind of peer through. So, Jacob, survival ones, these are kind of some scrolls that were laid off to the side as miscellaneous, or what would be miscellaneous by the librarian standards. They don't exactly fit into a category, but they're all just kind of documents that mention artifacts that don't fall into a specific line. You do start to see something, though, and it talks about something called the Heart of Thorns. And
Mm-hmm.
it briefly mentions something called the Heart of Thorns, and that it's located deep in the jungle on an altar. And that's all you know. Now, Mr.
I can't hear you.
Rolling
1 second.
Double Ones- Oh my god.
Jungle fire hype.
Yep. I might have tried
So-
to set the Heart of Thorns on fire.
Probably.
Okay, you said in an altar where in the jungle?
In deep in the jungle.
And it was on an altar.
Yes.
I have a feeling a certain ranger may have found that without noticing it.
You don't know that yet.
Of course, but I'm gonna. Okay.
Jungle fire
So-
hype.
So there is, and so Mr. Double
Snake
Ones.
Eyes.
Mr. Snake Eyes in history, you go to read some of the scrolls, and for a brief moment, unfortunately, you are sitting there looking through the scrolls. Jacob kind of looks over at you, and he's like, "Are you okay?" And you sit there and you go, "I'm sorry, I kind of fell asleep." Wow, actually, you fell asleep for about an hour or so.
It's comfortable. Sorry.
That was funny. Let me see. Since I do have a 3, let me see if I can help him with my own history check.
Well, you guys have one more hour effective.
One more, yeah.
It wouldn't hurt to help him with history unless
Well,
he
I'll
wants
just go
to...
for a different history. I might just take a 20.
Okay, you can try.
Alright.
Roll it.
You can do that. Okay, I'm not the DM, so it
And then
doesn't matter.
Then what do you want to try, Jacob?
I'm gonna go for a roll in nature while he handles history. I don't know why. I feel lucky tonight.
Nice.
19.
Wow.
I was
And you're
lucky.
taking that 20 for history, Dylan?
Well, don't forget you have an advantage. You can roll it twice.
No, he doesn't.
Huh?
He's not trained in nature.
Oh, wow.
But
So,
doesn't matter. 19's still really good.
so I got
Alright.
near perfect.
So, well, he rolled a 16, which is still pretty.
Yeah.
Um.
And I got a 20, which is one above it. Hooray.
So now we can go with we'll go with Jacob's first. So Jacob, while reading through the books on the island, you discovered some interesting information. This island originally was completely unpopulated until the lizardmen just appeared one day. The
That's
lizardmen
odd, but
actually
okay.
don't. Yeah, the lizardmen actually don't quite understand how they got there, and origins actually appearing on this island are kind of a mystery. It's as if they one day appeared, which again, they kind of reference back to it was the old one's will, and law, but there is no physical evidence apparently of them just arriving on the.
No physical evidence of them arriving. That's interesting.
Yes.
That definitely sounds like magical stuff.
In addition, there is a one relic that talks a lot about how the oceans were created. There is something known as water
Water what?
orb,
Water orb. Okay.
and it is found in a ancient the ocean,
Ancient temple in the ocean?
near the ocean. Yes,
Oh, near. Okay.
it's kind of like a coastal.
Okay.
It's one that the
Well-
lizardmen constructed.
Okay. Then that should be easy to find. Does the
Now, as for you took the 20 in history, correct?
Yep.
So the history mostly goes in depth into why the lizardmen are actually what the lizardmen have been doing since being on the island. They have mostly kept their presence before all the events of which you're going to find out is chaos. The lizardmen mostly kept to themselves on the island, keeping themselves even hidden from the humans eventually began to take root. They talk about how the humans began to spread and how, ironically, at one point the humans considered the lizardmen monsters when they saw them, and how the lizardmen ended up being pushed to kind of the far islands. But then chaos came and all the horrible magic that corrupted the humans and turned them into mindless savages. Essentially, those that weren't turned into mindless savages became followers of chaos just to escape chaos's downfall. And as a kind of a solemn reminder of the day, a couple of the priests, made a talisman that kept the woes of the lizardmen, at the fall of the humans, called the Heavy Talisman.
Penises.
And the Heavy Talisman is found deep away from the lizardmen, as to not spread this back to them.
You cut out. What did you say?
It's found
what?
deep underground, as to not spread the sadness back to the lizard folk.
Okay.
Okay. So, from what I'm hearing, there's something in the jungle that we need to get, something at the coast, and a temple, and the location of the violin, we don't know where that is. And then there is the a hammer that is basically in a volcano.
Inside place of extreme heat.
That's what I'm gathering.
So far. And
Yeah.
then we've run out of time. And we haven't done I believe it was either medicine or survival we haven't done. Which one?
Both.
No, you did one of them.
Oh, I think no, I didn't do survival or medicine. If I'm right, I did nature.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
No, you would have taken 20 in it.
We did survival.
Thank you.
Oh right, I think
I know we did one of them.
Peanut gallery.
I 20'd
Sorry.
in. I think either. I think I took a 20-minute thing in either survival or it was.
I
Which
think
was
you
it,
did.
Robert?
It's not my job.
This is why we make notes. Have notepads.
Well, I can tell which books we haven't read. Because I have
Which
a feat
ones?
that's called Keen Mind. I remember everything that's happened within the past month.
Thank God.
You have not read the medicine pile.
All
Every other pile has been.
Okay, well then we both can go and work together on that, right?
Well, another
If you
day.
guys want to take, if you guys really, really want to take extra time, you can. Just bear in mind, you guys will be the last one to show up for stuff.
Yeah, that's fine. Well,
That's alright.
Okay.
Our
so you'll
job is
take the extra
literally
time?
the most important.
So you
Yeah.
guys both. Do you guys want to reread over something, or do you guys both want to do?
let's both do medicine to make sure.
Yeah. Alright.
So, one of you is going to roll to So Jacob rolled to assist, so you're making the roll.
All right.
So Jacob did assist you, so you will have advantage.
Well,
on
I would
this
have had
roll.
advantage anyway, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
I was honestly rolling to assist him.
all right. Well, then you can't have double advantage, so I guess you just roll them.
Shit. Oh, 19.
Good thing you trained. So the medicine book mostly talks about ancient lizardmen remedies for the most part, medicinal medicinal issues you'd think lizards would. Stuff about scales falling out. But you learned something interesting. Lizardmen don't age. Their metabolic process is stopped essentially when they're born. They do eat, they do defecate, they do all this different kind of stuff, and find anatomy books on these scrolls on the different types of lizardman biomes. So I'm also going to give you knowledge of all the different lizardman creatures that are within, the lizardman hierarchy. So you can go ahead and write that down, and if you need me to reference something, go ahead and just say you have knowledge of what that creature is and does.
All right.
So that's actually might be important for later. In addition, you learn that one of the best remedies is vine sap. Unfortunately, this special type of vine sap only grows in a certain part of the jungle. And the reason it grows there is because there's an artifact. It's called the Vine Scarf.
Vine Scar. In a certain part of the jungle?
It doesn't specify where, but it specifies it's kind of toward the dead center of the island.
Oh, goody.
And its vine sap is made near it.
Yeah, this medicinal vine sap, yes.
Alright. Well, we've learned all we can.
Yes,
When do you want to head back?
Let's head back. I believe we've learned all that's needed. Started
Yes.
gathering them.
What we've learned is, will suffice. We at least know the general area of these items, which means searching for them should be, it won't take us years. I'd estimate it maybe will take a day if we split up.
Hope. But it may take us more. Some of them may be difficult to get to. Don't like the sounds of the place of extreme heat. Volcanoes aren't the safest.
Yeah, the volcano, I think the volcano we're gonna all do together. I don't need to learn that our rogue decided to try and do a flip or something and fell into a pit of lava.
Or lit the jungle on fire.
Or let the jungle. Yeah, we definitely don't want him going in the jungle by his own.
I doubt he'd let jungle on fire. He's not that stupid.
I don't know. I get
the background.
Oh, I wish I had this on push to talk.
Alright, I think you guys.
Did we notice the fire yet? Like the smoke?
You guys notice it's a little smoky out.
It's a little smoky out.
Alright.
Jesus
Then there
fucking
is-
Christ.
Then there is one.
No.
Orb.
Nope.
He said no.
Alright.
He's just no.
You
He-
literally. So here's the scene. It's kind of late in the evening at the forge. Actually, let me restart this. It's late in the evening at the forge, and these Croxagores and the Skinks are just kind of finishing up. They're getting ready to, because you don't put out fires in a blacksmith forge. They just kind of get ready to kind of cover everything up, and they're putting everything away, and they go to walk away, and all of a sudden, from over the hill, they see this 4-foot-tall something dwarf with a crap ton of materials and money, just marching his way into the forge area, and they all just looking in the sheer amount this small man is carrying, and he looks determined. And as you walk past,
He really
I do
does
love-
too.
past
Out of
them,
the way.
they
Got
don't
stuff
stop.
to do.
And they all just kind of look at you in amazement. Roll
You know, I don't think I
persuasion,
gave him
Skylar.
any of my stuff. I think I still have my staff. Well,
Persuasion.
to be honest,
Out of the way. Got
wood
things to
anyway.
do. Move it. Persuasion?
Yes.
there it is.
You look over at them, and you can ask them to help you.
Hey, you guys want a job? Got gold.
And they all kind of look at the gold pieces, and they look over at the forge, and the Kroxagar, the big gator guy, walks up to you, and just kind of looks down at you, and then he walks back into the kiln area, and starts lighting the kilns back up. You guys.
That's one. Let's go.
You guys go into full production. So, go ahead. So, what do you roll for blacksmithing, Sky?
I'd say artisan tools.
Okay. Is there a specific role for doing stuff with
Yeah,
your art?
you have a specific role for all your tools.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for my smith's tools,
So,
I have a
I'd
specific
like you
role.
to go ahead and roll 7 times.
Oh my god.
Hey.
Oh my gosh.
Nat 20.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
And he's the smith, so he has advantage on all of it.
Yes, he does.
Especially when he critted on.
So he has a 25, the 25, the 21, and at 20, 20, the 17, and then nat 20.
So, Skylar, I'll allow you to choose which characters do you want these roles to go toward.
The 226s are mine and Dombrowski's. The 225s are Elixiel and Murky.
Can I just interject real quick?
What's up?
What?
I didn't give you my axe, and I told you
Don't worry
not to
about it.
worry about me.
Don't
Okay.
worry about it.
All right. Not worrying about
Is
it.
this dwarf we're talking about?
So
if there's
yeah,
anything he knows, it's smithing.
26s go to Dombrowski and myself. 25s go to Murky and Elixiel. The 21 will go to the Dragonborn. The 20 will go to Eli, and then the 17 will go to Genie.
Alright. All of this takes you about 3 hours to forge out a full crew.
Dang, that is quick.
Yeah. That's
He's
how
a- he's
efficient
a-
you guys are.
Yeah.
He is Torb.
He's Torb, and he's
Torb.
leading a bunch of professional smithing lizard
You-
people.
So, Torb, now for each of those specifically, for you and Dombrowski, do you want to forge armor, weapons?
For me, armor. For Dombrowski, a weapon.
Now, how much gold did you receive when you started?
I received from everybody about 50 gold. So I'm at
Altogether?
174 right now.
I gave you a flat 50.
Right,
I
and
will allow you
Dombrowski gave me 4.
I will
My
allow
last
you
4.
to pick 4 of these weapons to inlay gold into them. As a master craftsman, you know inlaying gold into something gives it magic resistant properties. Or magical
So-
properties. Depending on what type of loadout you pick. If it's a weapon, it's magic properties. If it's
Right.
armor, it's magic resistance.
So the 225s and the 226s are going to be the ones that get gold inlaid.
So yourself making your armor and alright, so
I'm getting a gold blade thing.
for Elixel, what do you want to make for him?
Probably a weapon. I think he. No, armor. Definitely armor for Elixir.
About to say.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
are.
And then a weapon for Murky.
How about for Zeto? Make him more.
Armor.
For Marius.
weapon. Something fisted.
Okay. It's gonna be really awkward. All right.
Yup.
And what do you
You
want to
wanted a gauntlet?
Nynaeve armor.
Well, I have to just accept it, so...
Yeah, you do.
Well, if he lost his hand, it could be a hook.
Okay.
Can't attach it to arms and stumps.
Okay. You are pretty much done. Yours was probably next to Maris is fast.
Yeah, I figured mine was going to be.
All I did was punch a Croxigar to submission, so...
I fell off a cliff.
We figured.
So I believe that is everything.
I can't wait till everybody meets up to
Except
talk
Nynaeve,
about
What,
that.
baby?
She died.
I went exploring and got frustrated.
That's the word.
Frustrated. More like lost.
Ranger that can't survive.
The best kind of
Well,
range.
I have a +2 in survival. It's investigation in nature. That's completely different.
Is how you burn it.
All right. So you guys arrive back
fuck's
home
sake.
very specific.
Okay.
Jeannie's already there. She's fast asleep. First off, Marius, you show up first.
Okay, I noticed that Jeannie's sleepy, so I don't go ahead and bug her at all. Just sit
Give her a
down and
blanket.
begin. I'm not gonna go.
Let Marius do what he wants.
Good
Yeah.
point, buddy.
I'm gonna sit down and see if there's anything for me to grab to drink or eat.
Yeah. The lizard folk have provided you guys.
And I'd like to go ahead and just focus on, while I'm doing that, just focus on figuring out what my weapon is.
Okay. So you spend a couple minutes and stuff. Next in is
Thank goodness we copied the map.
Because I only used like 3 hours of the 4.
that's right, yeah. So next would be Torb. And Torb comes in with a sack full of shit.
Thunk.
Holy!
I got you something. Come here.
Okay.
Here you go.
And he pulls out a gauntlet that looks like it has the obsidian
You cut
Cut
it.
out.
Oh,
you
sorry.
said something about obsidian blades.
Yeah, you get him a gauntlet that has obsidian blades on it.
Well, thank you, Torb, but I think I already have those beat.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Hey,
In front of you, Torb, he shows a pair of nice gold-plated gauntlets with the obsidian blades and large teeth where the knuckles would be as well.
hey. You never know if you need a backup.
True. This might get caught in something I punch, so.
You could throw.
Or you start with these ones and then you bring those out on bad boys.
Well, actually, maybe just have one on each hand, or maybe someone else might start punching.
Never know.
As Torb kind of unveils and kind of shows off nifty shit that he brought in. Next, I believe, Dombrowski shows up.
Before I show up, I give the fish to Zuzio as we walk into the temple area and say, these are for Zlax.
Dombrowski is soaking wet, guys.
What happened to you?
You fall in a river again.
No, I find training ground. I make it beautiful. I do waterfall training. Kind of.
You waterfall training. Mean you ended up underneath a waterfall and you think it's training.
Pretty much.
Okay. Just making sure we're on the same page.
That's pretty. Okie dokie then.
Big sack of something. What did you get?
What do you think your 4 gold bought me? Hey, I got you this.
So, Torb, you actually didn't use the money to buy anything. You used their gold directly to inlay into the weapons and all.
Oh.
Yeah, but he doesn't need to know that.
Okay,
Yeah,
fair
true.
enough, I suppose. I'll tell you
Also,
guys
can
what's
he
up.
roll perception to see what I'm carrying?
That's up to him if he wants to do that, but
Alright, well, as I walk in, you notice this giant fucking greatsword on my back. As a black hilt, a crimson red blade on the edges, and it's a silver blade in the middle.
Hey, what is that? Let me take a closer look. I've seen blades like this before.
Okay, I give him the blade, because I don't know what it is.
Skylar,
I tell him I don't actually know.
So, Skylar, other than the red crimson edge, which you can't quite identify what kind of material it is, it's obviously magic of some kind, but because magic's a little outside your territory, it's like a magic bladed edge. And the black hilt is obviously some sort of dark stone, more than likely volcanic rock, not quite obsidian, but something close to it, much more dense. And it's got gold laden into the handles as well, which identifies it as probably some sort of magic weapon. But again, you can't
Outside of
quite
my
identify
range,
it. Yeah, you know it's a great sword. You know it's probably magical. That's about it.
Yeah, so it's got magic. It's got stones that I've seen from volcanoes. But other than that, not much.
Fair enough. One day we find out.
Maybe we ask Dragon. He might know. He knows magic.
Maybe.
And almost on cue. Yeah. Zeto and Elixir show up.
Hey, what we miss? We got a lot of info from the library.
You missed presents! I got you things.
Okay. Alright, what did you get me?
Here you go. Some armor for you, some armor for you as well.
Yeah, Zeto, your armor is, it looks like whatever armor do you, Jacob?
What armor do I wear? Where do I find my armor? That's under tools, right? Or
Items.
It's under
right,
items.
items. See, items.
I think you wear cloth, ironically enough.
Yeah, you can still inlay cloth with stuff though.
Yeah. So ironically enough, the clothing you have has like pieces of kind of like very thinly sliced obsidian pieces, kind of like over the chest region, over where like the abs would be. You even made a small like almost like a sheath for your tail.
That's weird. I cannot seem to find the items. Oh wait, items.
Direct
Quarterstaff,
bottom.
Opponent pouch.
It's
light
not in there
crossbow.
because it's you. I think you have.
Yeah, he probably just has like cloth robes.
So now you have armor.
Okay.
I'll get to what you have in a minute. Lexel, yours is also. You wear scale mail though, don't you?
Yeah.
So yours,
Ooh.
the scales on yours are made of the obsidian sheets as well, but it's got gold
And they've got
on
gold.
the outsides of each of the scales.
That looks fancy in my head, the way I'm imagining it.
And it has a nice cloak that matches it as well.
So, how is it better than my current scale?
Well, I have to pull for that. Because yours is also going to be magic as well, Axel. I'll tell you is in a minute. That's not what I want. Oops. Sorry guys, I'm looking up specifically what it's called because I know it's something super delicious and special.
Okay, so there's equipment. That's not where my armor is it? I have 15 GP though.
What?
Yeah, it should be under your equipment.
Yeah, if it's nothing, it's generally just cool.
I have mine in proficiency for some reason.
Well, you're not there, so hush.
I know. I'm talking.
Oh, I guess while that's happening, about 30 minutes after those two show up and you guys are kind of getting your stuff, looking at it, a Saurus warrior walks into your guys' room with Orlon over his shoulder. He literally just kind of drops Orlon in the middle of the floor, walks out. Orlon is absolutely soaking wet and almost to the point of like passing out.
What a full turning. What a wimp.
You alright there, Orlon?
Sand gets everywhere.
I'd like to roll perception
Where
to
the
see if I
hell have
notice
you
there's smoke. Like if I start to notice the smoke is getting worse.
Now at this point, you all can kind of smell smoke.
Yeah.
Why do I smell smoke more and more suddenly? What has been going on here?
Don't look at me. I sit under waterfall.
I have a feeling I need to go check outside when I... Okay, but first I'm gonna tell you guys about the scrolls. Okay, so
Okay.
I'm gonna tell them basically all the stuff me and Elixio learned about the items. So far, there are 2 in the jungle. One is some kind of thorn bush, from what I gather, and the other is called the Vine Scar.
Is that all?
There's also another item, the Orb of Water, that is in a temple somewhere at the coast.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure which coast, so we're gonna have to check the beaches everywhere. And where else was that?
Orlon.
So, what's
And there is, and I think Torb will like this, there is a magic forge hammer that might be in the volcano.
Hey,
sounds
volcano! Sounds like home.
Sounds perfect for you, Torb.
Forge hammer in volcano? Sounds like home. Are we going to my homeland?
I could use a steam bath.
Torb, I think it'd be a good idea if we do the volcano last, just so that when we're going in there, you got company and not,
I don't
Well,
need
so you
no
have-
company. It's home. I grew up in volcano.
I'll
So
join you,
all
Torb.
those things that you talked about, are those all the artifacts?
Before I forget though, last present. Orlon, here.
what did you make Orlon again? A weapon, or was... I don't
Yeah, I
remember.
made him a weapon.
What kind of weapon
Okay.
In
make him scholar? I probably should have
probably some type of nice dagger.
a dagger
bow.
specifically.
Do you want? No, really nice bow. With good arrows. Yeah.
He flipped a coin.
No, it's me dropping.
Okay.
Sorry guys, I'm not gonna look through the magic stuff, and I'll tell you guys the magic. So, everybody who got just kind of generic stuff, I must say. So, both Nynaeve and Nynaeve. Does Nynaeve wear cloth as well?
No, she wears leather.
Okay. So
it's made of
Nynaeve
hide.
got called Ankylosaur hide armor. Basically just kind of add a plus add a +1 to her AC.
Okay.
Okay, and you said I
It's
got
basically
what?
like advanced leather, essentially. Give me a second. Zeto, you have cloth, so same thing with you. Just add a +1 to your own.
out for some reason.
Add a +1 to your armor value. Because you got
Your
a
AC.
similar. Yeah,
Now,
I'm really not, unless I am.
+1 to my... I got what?
AC.
Your AC, your armor value
Okay.
from your
Uh,
advanced armor.
Everybody keeps talking, and then suddenly at the end they sound like a robot, and I can't hear them. Okay, where's my AC again?
It's because you're
Armor
It's at the
class.
top of your character sheet.
Okay. So it went from 15 to 16. Got it.
Yeah.
Alright, that's taken care of.
It's kind of.
Alright, so I basically have advanced cloth armor.
More or less.
Yeah. For lack of a better term.
Alright. But yeah, so, like I said, if somebody's going to that volcano, I think it'd be best that we go as a group. Just because that
I think
looks
me
like...
and Torb have it.
Yeah, but that area looks like the kind of place that would be guarded by a big monster. And
Also, just to make sure we don't fall in, one of us doesn't fall into lava.
that too.
Or that one of us
Fine.
brings the lava back. You know, lava makes great forge material.
That is
True.
Anyway, I noticed you have a great sword there, buddy, and it seems fancy.
Yes.
magic goo.
Before
If
you
you
do
want-
that, I need to
Okay.
ask. You said all those items, are they artifacts or just special items?
They're artifacts, very powerful from what I read.
Was there any musical ones? I
Yeah,
don't think you
fiddle.
said so.
What's a fiddle?
Okay.
Ah,
so
fiddle.
hold on.
And why they
So,
say
Orlon,
this?
I figured out what your weapon is.
Cool.
You are gonna have to take some time. This weapon will need to be attuned to you.
Okay.
Torb, I would like you to.
You would like
this
to.
is not- Oh no, you got a 25 in your smith tools. I like that. That's cool. Orlon,
Yeah.
he has crafted for you. And I need you to write this down because this is very specific.
Give me a second. Pull up my notes.
Okay, so while Robert's
Okay,
doing that,
shoot.
you were talking about a fiddle.
Ah, yes. So
down.
what does this fiddle look like?
Well, from what we read, there really was not much of a description of it. I think
Is this something you hit with hammer, or do you, is it
No,
you
it's
play
a
with
musical
strings?
instrument.
a literal musical fiddle.
Sounds like
Okay. I keep eyes open. While I say this, I pull out the lute with the Dr. Evil fingers, and I'm gonna roll performance to start trying to figure out how to play it.
Please tell me that wasn't that one.
No.
Damn.
What, Robert?
You begin to just kind of strum it like a normal, and it sounds all.
Okay. Anyone want to roll perception?
Let
you
me
ready,
roll,
Insight.
Arcana on that loot really quick,
So
just to make sure
before,
if
before
it
you
is the
guys
artifact.
before you guys continue, Orlon, Torb using the metal inlays has done something that smiths can only dream of doing.
Okay.
He has crafted you a chromatic dragon,
Dragon.
and it is a brass dragon horn.
Dragon horn?
Yes.
Sounds strong.
It is wonderful. You would like it.
Would you like me to read the description for it?
So it's
This
a,
boat
so just
has
make sure because you had cut out a little bit. It's
Yeah.
a chromatic dragon horn made of brass.
Yes, it is the It's a and it does fire. It's got a brass finish to it, and I'll tell you what it does when you're ready for me to describe the actual
Cool,
weapon
go for it.
characteristic. Okay, so here's what it does. This is actually pretty neat. So, whenever you attack with this weapon, you deal an extra D8 fire damage.
Wow. Okay, so I freeze him. He can light him on fire. Nice.
There's more. By the way, normally this weapon takes a week to forge. Your
No,
blacksmith did it in 3 hours.
that's insane.
Okay.
Damn, for level 5 characters, we're pretty so.
Torb, remind me to buy you a drink later.
Also, a funny
Drinks
little
are always welcome.
Bring out the alchemy jug.
Also, two more side notes with this, Orlon. Are you ready?
Yeah.
You can sense the presence and direction of any dragon within 5 miles.
Uh-oh.
Your passive perception is 16 or higher.
Question, does that include me? Because I'm
Yes.
technically, my background, I did come from a dragon,
Yes.
so...
That
Okay.
does count, yeah.
He can also detect any lizard folk within 5 miles.
Okay.
Nifty.
And also, as long as you wield the bow, Orlon, you have resistance to fire.
Cool. Wait, it's a bow or is it a horn?
It's a bow.
It's a bow.
Long
It's just
bow.
called a horn.
Oh, okay.
It's the dragon horn bow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I that part cut out then. Like,
Yeah,
wait a
sorry.
second.
And as long as your passive perception is 16 or higher, you can sense the presence and direction of any dragon. Or you can roll for it if it's.
AKA Dragon in Volcano.
I have bad feeling, but it's fine.
So, do I immediately sense a dragon when I grab onto it? Besides,
Yeah, you sense one in the room with you.
yeah. Okay, cool.
Knew that was
after a
coming.
short rest.
Oh, yeah, because you need to attune yourself with it.
That'd be like 30 minutes
Can I
or
fall
so.
asleep? Because I never got up.
Marius is investigating his hands.
No, he's investigating my greatsword.
All right, well we do that. I'm also gonna look at the great sword and
And while you guys do that, I try to play this
Magic.
instrument.
What are you playing?
Take a short.
I thought
It's
you. I thought the other one stole your loot. What is that?
Oh, that what happened to loot? Oh, what happened? I thought I dropped it. Oh, I find this in train. Trying to figure out how to play strange loot.
Let me take a look at that.
Okay.
I think that loot might actually be one of the artifacts.
Well, let's not get too
Well,
ourselves.
he rolled a 23 in history on my loot.
God, are you there?
Yeah, what's up?
Busy.
Or I can just do this.
All the rolls happening in chat.
I'm sorry, what's going on?
We were rolling.
People
I
are
was-
rolling.
Adam, you want to tell him what happens when you try to identify on this?
On the loot?
No, what are you identifying?
The fiddle.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know it's a fiddle, I said it's a loot.
Well, now he knows. This is a fiddle. And this is your artifact.
Huh?
Excellent. We found the first
One artifact down. Where did you find it?
I found it in the train.
You mean
Also,
that thing was
do
in
not-
the demon train?
Yes, along with, and then as I say this, I point out the greatsword and also pull out the strange organic pieces of something that looks like seaweed. And I place it on the table and I tell them that me and Zuzu sense there's something magic about, but we don't know anything more.
Well, let me take a
Okay.
look. Identify.
Robert.
This is seaweed, of some
Okay, cool.
kind. Though ironically enough, this is not seaweed that grows in temperate climates, which this is technically. This is a seaweed that grows from like much more south, north of the equator. This is not like local here. As for the magic energy, you can't quite identify it.
Is there like enough of it that I could like just kind of like tie it and put it around my wrists? Kind of wear it?
The seaweed?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, then I go ahead and carefully wrap it around my wrists just to see if anything would happen.
Robert,
What?
I did roll a 24 on Arcana when I was trying to identify the magic in his sword, the great sword. I also got a 13, so those are kind of curious what the results were. Dude,
Since we know this is a fiddle and you use magic to figure that out, do you use identify on sword? Let's find out what that is.
Now, Adam, would you like to tell them what happens when you try to identify the sword?
I don't want to give anything away. Let me see if I wrote it down in the description.
Damn it.
I'm sorry.
Okay. I'm gonna unplug my headset so I can still hear you, but I'm gonna run.
Yeah, I just have the description written down.
No, stop, whatever you're doing.
And I mean, I can tell more than I'm supposed to, so do you want to just fill it in?
Magnus, we're hearing a lot
Okay.
of background noise.
Kill the TV. I
I
don't
was
care if
like-
Alucard's in the room.
I was like inches away from kicking you. I was literally hovering over the.
He has
kick
the power.
Magnus button.
I gave him all the power. Anyway, I don't fully remember what was said when we tried to identify it, so do you want to fill in that blank?
Yeah. He was able to identify it as a magic, and all he knows is that it is called the Great Sword of Morning, and that's it.
So, it's Great Sword of Morning. But
That
how do we
sounds
kill Ranger? And then we mourn
But-
over body.
But that sounds a lot like the axe used by
Ooh.
Marius. It might be divine, maybe not identify, but religious. Let me pray to the bearded god about this.
Torb, I have your armor.
Okay.
What type of armor?
And
do you
then,
have?
before he rolls, can
I
I
use
assist
chain.
in it?
What's up?
I use
I
chain.
wanna... Yeah. I wanna assist in his religion check before he does it.
For what?
We were gonna pray to find out about his sword to see if it was like power beyond the gods, like
I got
Marius's axe.
Okay.
Okay,
But
I'm
before you
back.
do that, Skylar, would you like to?
So,
Yeah.
what was going on involving the sword?
You have the armor box. Your chain links, instead of being chains, are actually micro pieces of obsidian that you've linked together.
Okay.
Here is what it is. And yes, this does require attunement as well. While you are wearing this armor, you cannot be knocked prone against your will, and creatures no more than one size larger than you cannot shove you. And while you are wearing this armor, you can cast Stone Skin on yourself without expending a spell slot or material component. Once you use this armor's property, you cannot use it again until the next dawn.
Hmm.
I'm just making a note.
If you want, I can post all the stuff in the chat specifically.
Okay, I just made a note of it.
Robert, just so you know, at some point before 10, I'm gonna leave to go get dinner.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh, that reminds me. I also learned this. It's just something I'm gonna do
Cool.
real quick because I know I can get away with it, and the spell's gonna come back the next day since we're gonna take a long rest. I'm gonna cast this
Yeah, let's go.
on. Wait, who just left? Or is gonna leave? They said.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, anyways, I'm gonna cast this on. Trying to think of something. You know what? Maybe I'm not gonna cast this because my
Yeah.
character might get punched in the face. I was gonna cast Reducer, Enlarge, and make somebody bigger, but then I thought this probably is not the place for it.
No. Okay, so with that being said, I want to assist in his religion check. I'm going to pray to the old ones, or the old gods, and he's going to pray to the bearded god.
This is funny. I know what I'm gonna give you.
Arg.
Okay. You both don't get anything.
Alright, fair enough.
It was worth a shot.
Yeah.
Dylan, your armor is very interesting. Torb knows how much of a fancy pants you are with unique items, right? And Torb also knows you're getting up there in age. And so he decided to make you a piece of armor that would help you out. He has made you clockwork.
Alright?
This magic armor appears to be made out of brass and bronze. Comes with many additional parts, including cogs, bolts, and pistons. This armor has charges, and you can actually expend charges to use unique abilities. If you want this whole thing right here, so I can drop it in the chat if you
Yeah.
like. Yeah. Let me,
What AC does it give?
there is no AC bonus to this, actually. I'll give you a +1, actually. because this is specialized armor.
I have to wear this instead of my current scale mail.
This is scale.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is actually specifically for scale mail.
Okay. So do I? But I replace my current armor.
Yes.
Okay. So I go from +4, and this is +5 then.
Yes.
Okay.
Or a 15 plus whatever. It's gonna be a lot, guys. Ready? Blurp. It's a lot, by the way.
Oh yeah.
I found that one. Okay, please stop dying in the background. Push the
Oh, and by
talk!
the way, for the hidden arsenal part, I will allow you to create one of your elixirs from your alchemist elixirs.
One of
That's
my
swifty.
like standard ones, like the
The
ones
fire or the acid, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Or the healing drought, even.
Hmm.
So, that's kind of a nifty one. I like that. And I like the strength one too, because that means your skill checks aren't literal absolute dog shit. Like I said, Zeto, you just got the personalization and
Yeah. I was just basically wearing fancy cloth outfit, so now I have another fancy cloth.
Dombrowski needs a thing.
Hmm?
Dombrowski, you need a thing.
What did you even make me?
Armor.
No,
No,
he didn't.
Oh, weapon.
what I wanted.
No, I made Dombrowski armor.
No, you made me a
so.
weapon.
You said weapon.
100%.
I wrote it down.
We're not gonna cheat.
I thought I made you armor, but
No.
And Dombrowski, what is your weapon?
What is my weapon?
Yeah, normally.
Normally a battle axe, that's versatile. But I didn't give him, but here's the thing, I never gave him my battle axe, that should go
You're
with
right,
me.
you didn't.
I told him not to worry about it.
Eh, he didn't care.
Evidently.
So now he has a battle axe, a sword, and some other weapon.
Okay.
And a pair of gauntlets, Marius gave him to me.
Hidden arsenal with the alchemist elixirs doesn't do much since I can pull them out for free anyway.
His gauntlets will come in handy in my
Well,
druid
if you're
form.
disarmed, you can think. You're assumed to always have one on your person.
Can I just thank
Even
Torb
if you're
for the
disarmed.
weapon, but then tell him, can we melt it down for armor? And I'll even pour in more gold.
I guess if you really want. Kind of rude, but
I mean,
Actually-
I could keep the weapon and use it.
Yeah,
for
that's
myself.
it. He goes to hand it to me, I just go, you know what? Happy Merry Christmas. And I hand it to him.
happy.
He's Dombrowski. It's the way he would say it.
He's not lying.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Christmas.
Happy Merry Hanukkah Christmas birthday. What?
These don't exist in the D&D. It's confused.
Yeah, you've done enough, Murky. You sleep. So anyway, I take the loot and I go place it over by Nynaeve without waking her. I just basically put it into her bag for her to find.
Okay.
She's gonna be so confused when she wakes up and finds a random fiddle. Although, to be honest, it's probably meant for her anyway, so...
Yeah, that's my feeling.
We just need to find the hammer, which I assume is for Torb. And
it's guarded by dragon. I can already see.
yeah, I should probably come with you since I can talk to dragons, and I might be able to talk him out of trying to kill us.
You seduced dragon. Who knew you such pretty boy?
Mhm.
I always
No,
thought
no.
you were a female dragon. It's hard to tell with your race.
I like this game.
Robert, just so you know,
that is just mean. There's clearly a difference between a male and a female dragonborn.
Nah, they're all scales.
As he
You
says,
haven't been around them enough.
as he says this, I just kind of pat Zeto on the head again.
All right,
Alright.
Torb, I have the axe you made for him and is yours.
The axe I made for myself. I mean, hammer. Yes.
Is it an axe or a hammer? Jesus.
It's a
Also-
hand axe.
Also, Marius gave me his gauntlets.
Okay.
I would make a hammer, because paladins and priests use hammer.
Okay, because I thought you made an axe for him. Okay, continue. Man.
A ham axe. It does both.
Just take the axe. Stop making. Oh, pretty boy Zeto. Yeah.
It'd be a warhammer, right?
Yeah. Bing. Fries are done. Bing. Fries are done. Bing.
Sorry, guys. Like I said, I was. I don't.
Okay.
I didn't want to make this instantly because of how well.
When Murky falls asleep, is he sleeping on a pillow? Did like he go lay down on the bed?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Excellent.
Oh, well, while he's
I
asleep,
cast
I'm gonna
minor
cast...
illusion on his pillow to make sounds of the ocean.
No, you cast minor illusion to make sounds of the ocean and look like a snake.
No, I can't do
While
that
he
much.
does that, while he's casting the illusion, I'm gonna cast reduce and see if I can shrink him.
Oh no, I can, so I just read it. I make his pillow sound like a dolphin.
And you're attempting to shrink the Murky. Oh lord.
Torb.
Yes.
The weapon
We
you've
have fun
crafted
here.
so, guys, shh. The weapon you've crafted for yourself is very special to you. You feel very happy that you've made this weapon for yourself. This is an enchanted obsidian bludgeon. Are you ready for the description?
Yes. If you want to post it.
Staff is forged from a fallen meteor. The head of the weapon is made from obsidian chunks of pure jade. And I think I can say this safely, Torb, because you are pretty cool. It is blessed by one of the greatest warriors of peace that anyone killed.
He blessed his own axe.
Yep.
It's a bludgeon. It's a mace.
You
Oh,
want to
even
copy
better.
and paste it so I can just
Yeah.
copy and paste it? Nice.
Actually, this is easy. The weapon give you a +1 to attack, and on a critical hit, does a D6 extra radiant damage.
You said 1d6?
Yes. In addition to its regular.
Okay.
Yay!
Cool. Done. Added.
So I just realized.
Though you do feel, Tor, there's more to this weapon, but you're not sure.
Okay. It's a beauty, ain't it? Dombrowski, I was gonna give it to you. But since you got that fancy sword, I give it to myself.
Now that's a hammer.
Happy Merry Christmas birthday.
Alrighty,
Happy
guys.
Merry Christmas birthday to myself.
Yes.
So you guys are all cut up with each other now, and you guys have shared all the information, other than the fact that the jungle is on fire.
Yeah. We'll get there.
Oh, yeah. I want to ask. Since I left to go to the bathroom. What were the results of my sword? Looking at that again, I didn't hear what happened.
It was a sword, basically, is what you get.
Oh, okay, so the sword did not let me identify.
Yeah, we don't know what any of this stuff does.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
It's
we'll
beyond
figure
our
it out.
comprehension.
We'll figure it out at some point. Either
Yeah.
Something more to my hammer, and it came from a hot place.
Is there anything
Came from
special
your
about the
hot
gauntlet?
place?
You said it came from Forge. Forge is very hot place.
Zeto, did you learn anything about the history of this place, or the ancient ones, or the chaos at all?
Yes, we did. Actually, technically, our Tiefling friend did, because he did history. So,
Well,
wait,
you
I forget which one of us did it.
you were both there, so both of you technically should have it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we learned a lot. There's a good chance these old ones may have created the universe, and there is a good chance Chaos may want to wipe out all life in the universe. So it's very important we get these relics.
Interesting.
Yeah, so something about the old gods, 2 dragons, 2 humanoids, they created other gods, and then the lizard men were the chosen people as well.
Huh.
Yeah. Very
Interesting.
interesting.
Indeed.
So,
Then obviously, chaos will wipe everything out.
Yeah.
So you're saying there were 4? Interesting.
Old
Interesting.
gods, yes.
Maybe the bearded gods won these 4 gods. I mean,
Probably. Bearded God has been around forever.
Maybe he was created by them.
maybe he created them.
Could
I don't
be.
know. Who knows? Well,
As you say that, I pull out the fiddle and try to do da da da.
Roll a performance check.
roll performance.
Okay.
Yes!
Da
Alright, you pull out
da.
No. So you pull out the bow for the fiddle, and you go to play it, and then
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
and everyone just kind of stares, looks at you.
Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Okay.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. All right then. I don't know what the fuck just happened.
Really?
I kind of like just narrow my head a little bit and pretend to put on glasses and go deal with it.
No, Adam. Actually, you're not even sure what just happened.
Fair enough.
You're confused.
Yeah, you're confused as to what just happened.
I look around quickly just to see if I summon the devil.
like relaxed everybody suddenly.
And
Like,
suddenly you hear off in the
you
distance,
relax?
the devil came down to Georgia who was looking for a sword steal.
No, you don't hear anything. But no, you still
What was our guard that's posted outside's response?
the guard kind of like looked in, like he kind of looked over to hear you playing music, but he just kind of
He's like, whatever.
Fair enough.
Cat, what are you doing?
Stuff. Don't worry about it.
The cat's like licking the floor.
He's doing stuff. Don't worry about it. It's D&D.
Well, she's
Cat doesn't
doing
exist.
stuff. Right, sorry. Okay.
Cat's not real. There's only Zool.
Okay, so
There's only
we-
Zuzu.
we just learned the fiddle's amazing, and
Yeah, I'm just gonna put it back in the bag and just slowly step away.
I'm surprised it didn't wake up Murky, who's now been shrunk.
Does anybody else want to try the fiddle?
No. So, is anyone gonna say anything about the gigantic forest fire outside?
What
Is it
fire?
forest fire?
Jungle fire?
Fire?
The fire's just smoke at this point.
Well,
But we can only assume it's a fire.
seeing how there's 2 items in the jungle, I'm gonna
We
say,
may want to go deal with that.
yeah, we might want to go in the jungle now.
You all are very tired. Just letting.
It is very late.
Okay, first thing in the morning, we'll go and deal with the.
I'm sure these lizard folk have firefighters or something like that.
I'm sure
Even
they
the
have
wharf.
firefighter.
The wharfs even have people to put out flames.
Do I see
What
any
if-
kind of animal in the area?
Inside
If
the
I
room?
look out.
No.
No, if I look out the door and I just kind of like look around.
I might see
Uh,
maybe
You
mob.
see lizard folk, but a couple.
I don't see any birds in the sky or anything?
No.
Okay.
Wow, this island is strangely devoid of wildlife. You think when I did that nature thing, I would have seen something?
Yeah, if only
Yeah.
somebody.
You would say that. I had a friendly conversation with Bird. Very nice bird.
Best bird.
Best bird.
From right, didn't I have something in nature? Like a 3?
Well,
Yeah, I did.
Well, they figured that out. I'm actually gonna go out to like where Zalact is, kind of,
Dude, you're
and talk to the
tired.
guards.
if there is a fire, we may
I'll
find the
sleep when I
water
need
orb
to.
relic to put it out first.
Well, for now, let's all go to sleep like Berkey. He kind of has the right idea.
You'll do that. I go talk to the guard just to see if they do have it handled or not.
Oh, and also, if I wake up and find Dombrowski's like touching me or spooning me or anything, I am seriously gonna throw him into the ocean.
You do that.
Or a barrel.
You think you can.
I've got high enough strength.
Can you catch me, though? I have tricks now.
Point. With that in mind, if I'm correct, for extended rest, can't not wizards, sorcerers and can't magic users meditate instead of sleeping for their extended rest?
No.
No, I could have swore that was a thing. Or I go into a state of like, I forget what it's called, where it's basically like I'm sleeping, but I'm still technically meditating.
Elves can go into trance.
Huh.
Oh,
Hey.
then I'm just gonna go to sleep.
Everyone, I found this book when on my way back. It's called the Book of the Hero. It's kind of weird.
What's it say?
Oh, it's more or less just telling me about myself.
Neat. As he talks about that, I go talk to the guard.
I've seen that before. In fact, I found it in a shop. It describes your entire story of whoever's holding it. Then after, I forget if it was well.
Does
DM
anyone
actually,
want?
well, I can remember because of keen mind. So DM.
We have 2 people here who are asleep. Anyone want to try to figure out a bit about them?
Well, I forget. Was it a short or long rest that it takes for it to reset? Essentially.
I think it's a rest.
Well, at least we have it to go ahead and do that at another point.
I was about to say we could put it in Neve's hand and learn what we need to learn better, because it
Well,
does seem
it's-
like she's fighting something.
Well, it's a bit of an underhanded tactic, and it's already filled up with his reign, so it'd take a long rest for it to
That's
reset.
true. All right, well then we'll just leave it alone for now. We'll wait till they're asleep again and stick it in somebody's hands.
Still a bit of an underhanded tactic. Not one I approve of.
Yes, you may not approve of it, but we don't know anything about any of us.
Well, is
And-
it really our place to pry them? People don't want to share?
True, but I don't want to end up having a dagger in my back.
Or
We've already been through enough.
What?
Nightly prayer. Super succeeds. And
I think I
go
will
to bed.
join you in this.
Oh my gosh, please.
I am not good at praying.
You undid all the good.
Yep. Success.
So,
Torb
Skylar, you
doesn't-
feel the beard come down, and then the beard disappears.
The beard just goes, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Nightly
Weird.
prayer. Nightly prayer where Torb tries to ask questions of the bearded god about the ancient ones. And that then goes to sleep.
Goes to sleep. Okay. Oh, I know what we can do. So you
Who
you
touches
are
the
all
dragon
going to-
first?
You guys are all going to sleep, right?
Not
Except me.
Yeah.
It's up to you. Okay, what are you going to do?
Well, I didn't want to announce it, so I'll whisper it to you.
Okay. Well, in the meantime,
Yeah.
I'm just glad this place doesn't have the effect
hey, you guys
from
wanna-
this other campaign.
I don't.
that
This is the
I
first time
did,
I've been here.
or
But
was
I'm
in.
not there yet.
Yeah, you are. Shut up. Get in there.
But I want to talk to the guard.
You know the. Oh my god.
What?
to go talk to the guard, you ding dong.
I already put it in chat.
Oh, that's what you're asking me. Yeah, I don't know why you're whispering that to me. I can just tell you.
Probably doesn't want everyone to know.
Oh, no,
Be
I thought I was
sneaky
talking about
beaky.
you.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just go out. Do you need help with the fire? Is it endangering the city?
He
Do you
just
know what
kinda
caused
looks
it?
at you. He just kind of looks at you and he's quiet.
I point over by Smoke and say, "Is everything okay?"
He still just stares at you.
Okay, you know what?
And if only
You
he
wanna play
knew how
this
to
game?
speak Dragonborn.
I spend one of my spell slots to speak with animal. I'm the lizard man. And I go, "Is everything fine with the fire?"
That they're not animals.
Bullshit.
He
They're
still
beasts.
just stares at you.
They're beasts. Alright, fine. I go find another guard. This one's clearly defective.
God. Get to
You know what?
sleep.
I go to Zalact.
My God, go to sleep, Adam.
All you had to say was, "No, everything's fine. We got this covered. If I wake up, everything's on fire." Well, they didn't have it fine. Fine, I go to bed. Fuck it.
Alright, so, actually. Just, you guys probably haven't heard this in a while.
Yep.
Wait,
Well,
are we in the... Where the heck are we?
Oh,
this
yeah,
must be
you
dream.
probably wouldn't have been here before.
Yes, what is this place?
And you guys
Am I
see the
dreaming?
famili-
I must be dreaming. I start taking off my clothes
No,
to start dancing.
Guys, you guys are innately this. Remember the room.
Ale.
And of
I'm
course,
not.
it appears. Yes, you are. And of course, it appears in front of you. And of course, the familiar face, Durant, is there to greet you.
Durant, long time, buddy. I couldn't remember you, but now I do. How's it been?
It's been pretty quiet. Haven't seen you guys in a while. Everything okay?
I
Yes.
guess. What happened last time?
I do
The
have a
people here.
question for my soul token. Oh.
When I give back to you?
Yes, the
No,
one you
you
gave
did that
back
to
to
me.
me.
Okay. Oh yeah. By the way,
That was
Jacob,
Colin Mars.
yeah, both Dombrowski and Jacob, you both have 3 soul tokens to do that question asking. He goes, "What would
What's
you like
the
to know?"
fire?
Well, that's Dombrowski for you.
I don't actually do that, but I just see him doing it.
I want to know, because you have great knowledge.
Where's the key?
No, not where the key.
That was a good one. Anyway, continue.
That was perfect.
Where's the blacksmith?
Okay, while you guys do
For
that...
help with this
Alright,
quest,
alright.
we need to gather artifacts. My question is not if you can tell us where artifacts are, because we're finding them. My question is, what clues to the artifacts, like the hammer, can you point us in the right direction? Give us more information about the whereabouts of the hammer.
He sits there for just a moment. He kind of ponders deeply to himself. Durant looks back up at you and says, "For all involved, it is probably best that I don't become involved with these artifacts."
Are you chaos?
No, he's an ancient one. Haven't you figured that out already?
Wait, you're the one I prayed to? I just start bowing.
He goes, "I am just a simple keeper. This place."
Keeper of keys, you got.
I'd ask why we seem to appear here whenever we go to sleep, but this is technically my first time that I can remember. So, yeah.
Marius, check your DMs real quick.
Slipping into the DMs, like.
So you can't tell us anything about the artifacts. Got it.
You can't tell us anything about the artifacts or their whereabouts.
He goes, all I can tell you is you're on a trek to find."
All right. Well, what can you tell us about this island? Like,
Or the
Is there
Oh.
any danger, like very, very bad dangers we should be watching out for? Like, I don't know, a beholder or lich, something like
He
that.
kind of looks at you. He goes, "What do you think you should be looking out?"
Well, when I heard one of the artifacts was in a volcano,
Give me a beer.
well,
And
That's
a
your
dragon.
ears in front of you.
Yep.
I guess what I want to ask.
Are
we
the
gonna have to worry-
dragons?
Yeah, are we gonna have to worry about any dragons on this island?
He kind of
Classic
sits there.
fireball.
God.
All weapons are disabled. This is a non-PvP zone.
Yeah.
Message appears above your screen.
Robert, is Marius here or no?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Marius, why are you not? Oh wait, no. Marius is.
Okay, so he's not here. I kind of look around at everyone else. Does anyone see Marius? Why is he not here?
Sorry.
I assume we don't get any responses, so. Oh, then why isn't he here? It's a Diabolus! Alright.
I am Diabolus.
Robert,
what?
you're saying about my
So
question?
obviously he didn't
yeah.
take my soul token, right? Because he didn't.
No, he's not giving you guys anything depthly information.
Do I have a soul token?
Hey, bartender,
Okay.
can I have a ale?
Yeah, he hands you a nail.
Okay, so
And then throws you out the door.
okay, I didn't all hear what Robert said. So he can't say anything about whether or not there's a dragon on the island.
Oh, when you ask him that question, he kind of laughs. He goes, "Is that really the kind of thing you should be worried?"
Well, I'm just saying, I'm dragonborn, and there are. I mean, aside from me, is
AKA he's horny.
He kind of stops what he's doing. He stops what he's doing, and he leans towards you. He goes, "Is there a dragon in particular looking for?"
I'm not. Oh, actually, well, I'm not particularly looking for a dragon, but I am kind of searching for a person who may or may not be, well, who is in this area looking to kill a dragon, possibly to steal its power. Are there any dragons particularly that are being tracked or hunted on the island?
Sits back. He goes, "I think I know what you're trying to ask." He goes, "Without taking a soul token from you," he goes, "I would not be able." He goes, "But I can tell you, be sure you are looking for the right."
Okay, I did not hear Robert there. Be
Yeah,
sure I'm
he
looking for what?
The right reasons.
The right reasons. Okay.
Be sure you're not looking to do something that you or someone you once knew may regret.
All right. I'll definitely take your advice.
This is why I'm here.
All right. Well, I know what I need to know.
Do you
Okay.
really?
Well, I mean, he did answer my question very vaguely as to whether there's a dragon, or here or not on these chains of islands. But with the way he worded it, I'm gonna take that as a yes.
What's with
And-
the tip jar again?
Oh yeah. So with the tip jar, you each have, I think, a token to begin with, and by doing cool things, you can get additional soul tokens. And when you drop a soul token, he can answer in depth a question that you have for, provided it's not major story spoiler or anything like that.
Oh. Well, I was kind
Was
of.
my
I thought there
question
was something to do with
story
like
spoiling,
donating
or-
free or something. Isn't there? Or did I go crazy?
Hey, Robert.
What?
Was my question considered story spoiling? That's why
No.
he kind of answered
No.
vaguely, or no? No?
No, that's why he answered vaguely.
He always answers vaguely.
Oh,
Which
okay.
is why you should just get an ale and shut up about
Well, my character doesn't drink. He's a.
Well, then grow some balls.
On the
Robert, I
other
still...
hand, I would like.
Yeah, I know. I see it.
Okay. You don't have to say anything now.
I
You don't
assume
have
he
to
can
touch
make
it.
tea.
Just tell me later. Alright, well, that being done, I lean over to Orlon and go, "So, what did you do on your adventure?" "I fell off a cliff, and I found a waterfall."
I took a swim.
"Why?" "They're bad. According to Zuzu, they're bad fish in ocean. We should stay away for now."
Ocean is ocean to me, man.
Fair enough.
You hate it. I hate it. I don't get anyone who actually likes it.
You're
Alright.
feeling
It's a
alright.
useful method of transportation.
And hold on.
Did you find anything?
Hang on.
What?
Yeah.
Can we ask Durant what the other race is? I mean, it's not spoilers because it's not going to help us find them, but we can ask him what the other race is that.
Oh,
supposedly-
the good and evil.
Yeah,
Oh,
those humans, right?
yes.
Okay.
Oh,
And
Beast!
We already
So,
got the fiddle.
hold on.
So...
something's happening. So, Orlon's bit of depression and Eshin is kind of piques Durant's curiosity. He goes, something bad has happened to you, hasn't it?
You roll with the devil and you lose? I paid it.
Goes,
Sorry about that.
Next time I fall asleep, I'm sure we can ask him.
So, the question that's been posed to the party, do we continue or do we not? Adam, what does yours say?
Continue for what?
The campaign for today, like
The
continue.
session.
Yeah, absolutely. Why not? It's still early.
Well, the thing is, some of us do want to get to sleep and be out. So, the
And
best
we don't.
Ooh.
Genie's not here.
yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Did
So-
did Orlon confess about burning down the forest yet?
No.
We can get a confession out of him real quick.
That's what I was trying to get to.
Yeah, that'd be a great idea.
Alright, so
right
so we're
now,
just gonna
I'm
call it
just-
for now.
Yeah, though right now I'm technically just talking to you out of character. I'm not near you guys.
Yeah, I know.
Then we all fall asleep in the same building.
I mean, I'm fine with continuing. But that's up to you guys.
If some of us have work in the morning, and some of us just straight up are not
Some
here,
of us have vaginas. What?
we probably should just wait for right now and play it
also,
safe.
I know Dylan was gonna go leave to get food.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, before all the places close at 10 because this area is ridiculous.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, that sounds like a Roy Grandy.
Okay, so I'm guessing
Big,
it's
huge
settled.
city, San Jose. Everything closes at 9.
it's
Why?
Or at 10.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna head out then.
Okay.
I do want
Alright.
to throw it out there though. When I was working at 3 a.m. in the morning, I was still here for D&D.
That's because
Okay.
you're awesome, but that's beside the
Y'all
point.
be bitches.
5 guys.
Alrighty.
Hi.
Oh, okay, all of you are awesome, but
Bye,
we
guys.
can agree Hypecat here's the awesomest.
I had
No.
to specifically go ahead and convince my boss to give me Sundays off permanently.
Oh, that's cool too.
Alright.
Okay, so I guess we're not going to bother with asking who started the fire.
Yeah.
'cause
So Dylan and I are gonna go get. We're gonna go get.
The food.
Yeah.
Alright, and then ships.
Yeah. We will be the backs.
Okay.
All right.
honestly, guys, it's kind of obvious who started the fire, considering who left to go into
Why
the
We
woods.
don't know that though.
Why do you care?
I
don't,
care.
but I think it's hilarious.
Adam cares because he has meta knowledge from his other character, and the last time we woke up, we went to sleep in a town, and there was possibly fire nearby.
Yeah, I was trying to get Marius to say it, but then he was like, "I'm not technically there." I'm like, "Come on, it's perfect." I wanted someone to go.
Oh,
Wait,
there is
the last
something
time we were here, what did we wake up to a fire?
Before this happened, I did want to ask you guys something since I have most of you here captive.
Mm-hmm.
do you guys like the speed that this campaign is going, or do you guys want it to go faster?
Nah,
That's
I'm,
fine.
I'm good with this.
I'm enjoying it.
It's honestly
Yeah.
pretty fast as it is. We're level
Yeah.
5
Yeah.
already, and we're already dealing with like a huge threat or type of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that it's going fast. Soon I'll be able to get wings and
Okay, so everyone kind of likes the pace we're going.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
going at a good pace. You're giving us time to explore a bit more, learn a bit more, but not going ahead and doing the, okay, all you guys do is fight.
Right.
Right. Okay. Because I know that's pretty much what the first area was, so I wanted to give you guys a pretty good chunk of break from that.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah, we're gonna step back into doing a bit of fighting and RPing, you know,
Yeah.
a little bit more intermittently. So
But no, because I'm taking the path of Druid and the old ones and everything, I was just gonna play off the burning of the forest is not a good thing.
yeah,
And
I
that
think
you should be
everyone agrees
punished.
that the burning of the forest.
Forest was not the
But
best.
no, I was waiting for Orlon to say something, because I'm like, oh, as soon as I wake up, you're so getting Divine Smited.
Oh, but so I guess
You
we'll talk
did
about
what?
we'll talk about my stuff later.
Yes,
Well-
we'll talk about your stuff.
I just
My vote
imagine
is
like
go to the
Vegeta
volcano.
finding out that someone took the Dragon Balls.
Well, I actually kind of want to find
That
out
would be
what the
hilarious.
water is.
Facing off in the final battle against Chaos. Fusion? Ha! Dombrowski and Marius. Create
I'm not gonna lie.
Marowski.
That actually was one of my ideas. Of discarding it.
wait, wouldn't it be Demarius?
Yes.
Dumarius.
Dumarius.
Dumb Mary.
I hear a voice that calling, telling me to